Yeah, there's plenty of topics to talk about because of the spooky games that got some announcements this week.
Yeah, they pretentiously called it Silent Hill Transmission, and that's basically all I know.
That's the movie.
Oh, that's the. Yeah, that
That's the
does
new
make more
movie.
sense. I don't know why that was the thumbnail for the whole fucking thing, but sure.
I think
But
that's the name of the movie. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But they announced a new movie that I don't give a shit about. We
well,
can
I
save it
mean,
for-
after the last one, I'm sure they have a pretty good shot at making a decent movie. in
Well, I'm sure the
comparison.
movies aren't bad. I just don't have interest in watching them. That's what I
Oh,
mean.
I gotta
Like,
mute that.
I'm not claiming the streams are gonna be bad, or like the movie's gonna be bad. Like it's probably gonna be fine. Like I don't get it. It's just I'm not interested in seeing the movie.
Well, anyway, we are live now, so hey everybody, welcome to the third official titling of the Balancing Act. We are
Yep.
going to be doing Metal Gear Rising's DLC this week, and then, because I did check my old files last, I don't know if I did on stream or off stream, but I did check the file, and last time I did the DLC, I got 3 hours out of it. So we're going to be... Well, basically after that, I think... After we finish this thing, I think we're going to switch over to a backup for the rest of the night, since we'll be done by 10:30-ish, 10:30. We'll spin the big wheel of stuff to figure out what my next project is going to be, and then we'll move on to our backup game.
Yeah, I think the plan was to where are we? See if we can just get through just the trial. I think that was the plan because we're at the trial.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the backup game, is to finish the last chapter that we left off on Danganronpa 2.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll take around 2.5 hours. Probably 2 hours, I think.
Right.
And honestly, the Mega Man game I have on block is Mega Man 9, which I don't think would be too interesting to watch me fumble through, so I think that'll be the better play. But, I'm gonna keep the decision on your end. We have 2 packs that we can pick from, so do you want to do Jetstream Sam first or Blade Wolf?
I believe I said last time that I want to end it on Jet Team Sam, because that one's the one that sounds more interesting. So we'll go with the Blade Wolf one first.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Since it's a new game, we'll do normal. So, the one thing I do want everybody to keep in mind watching this, eventually after these things were released, these were made available for free, so just keep that in mind as we go through this.
In other words, they're probably not that great.
Well, you know what we do to
So Mistral is bossing Blade Wolf around.
as adequate motivation.
So yeah, now that, we started off on a boring note, should we get into our many topics?
Yeah, we'll just continue the one we were kind of starting, which is the Silent Hill announcements.
Yeah, I was just saying that they did announce a movie. Actually, I was discussing this with myself earlier today, because Konami is doing something that they've done before with this whole thing. Because last time they did this, back in like 2013, what they did was, I think they called it the Silent Hill Month of Horror, and basically what they did was they announced like 2 or 3 games in like a month. Which was insane. Like, that was ridiculous. And now they're just doing it again, because the news was that they announced 2 games and a movie.
Yeah.
So they're just doing that again, which worked out fantastically, because one of the fucking games that came out of that experiment was the criminal Silent Hill HD collection, which is a crime, which is a travesty.
Is that the remaster of the first game that's just like absolute shit?
No, I don't think they ever. Well, no, they technically remade it because that Shattered Memories. This was a remake of Silent Hill 2 and 3. Apparently the 3 one just went off fine, but the second one is like an embarrassment.
That is illegal.
Gotcha.
I'm guessing this is a practice test. Because oh, anyway, this doesn't matter. So,
Right.
like I was telling you earlier, a lot of news happened this week. I haven't been particularly interested in any of it, kind of for the same reason that I wasn't interested in the Mario movie, is because the last couple of games that Konami has pushed out of its sphincter was Metal Gear Survive, which I did play, and that was a pure, like, 4 out of 10. It was completely made off of the back of Kojima's work, and then the embarrassing Contra Hardcore, or Rogue Core, whatever the fuck it was. So I have absolutely zero faith that Konami is going to make anything worthwhile.
Yeah, no, I just figured it's worth talking about. F looks kind of interesting. It's got like a fungal theme going on.
So what, they just stole Resident Evil's idea?
I mean, more like Last of Us's idea maybe, but we'll have to wait and see exactly what that means with it, because that was probably like the least amount of information we got was on that one. Then yeah, we're getting a remake of 2.
Oh god. Yep, Konami's being Konami. They don't have any fucking products, so they're just like going into the back catalog for the 13th time.
Yeah, so well, I mean, they are still making a new game, because there is still F, so there's one old game and one new game.
Yeah, but when I figured they were, you know, the announcement was 2 games, I figured it would be like new stuff. But I probably should have immediately discounted that idea because Konami.
As stated, 1 is new, so there is that. There, you know, 1 is Silent Hill F, that's a completely new one, and then the other one's a Silent Hill 2, like, remaster,
I do love how Mistral's boobs, like, bumped into the camera on that last shot, because they know what the hell they're supposed to do.
That entire, like, her sitting in there was like they zoomed in on her butt a bunch. They had like arms grabbing her butt. It was
yeah, but literally, I know they've been zooming in on it, but literally that last one was her boobs ran into the camera.
Gotcha.
Which was cute, and also she decided to chop one of her robots in half for some reason. Because it's just sitting there on the floor, and oh god, we're in a tutorial. Seriously. This fucking thing is like 90 minutes long at best. Why the fuck is there a tutorial?
My guess, by the way, with like why we're getting Silent Hill 2 remake is because they're piggybacking off of the success of Resident Evil 2 remake and Resident Evil 3 remake and Resident Evil Resident Evil 4 remake.
If that's the idea, I mean, Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake is kind of fallen out of the public focus at this point.
I mean,
seems kind of too late to the party.
Well, so what I think here's the thought, right? So you have Konami, right? You're sitting there at Konami's office. You're Konami's. You're someone high up in Konami, right? You see that Capcom's having success with Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake. You see how much people are excited. Well, at this point, you've already greenlit the project by the time Resident Evil 4 remake was announced. Like, Resident Evil 2 remake was already, or Silent Hill 2 remake was already in the works when Resident Evil 4 remake got announced. But, like, you saw that they had commercial success with that, so you figured you're gonna try it. The problem is,
well, that depends on how far along they are.
Konami it up.
Well, that depends on how. Honestly, like, at this point, like, Silent Hill 2 is a weird project for them to pick up, because the fucking problem that I think everyone knows about the HD collection was the reason why it's super embarrassing is that Konami lost the source code for Silent Hill 2 for some fucking reason. So they had to go back to, like, the latest build they had, which is why it had so many problems. Yeah, so it's a weird project for them to take on because they still don't have the fucking source code, which means they're going to have to make it completely from scratch, which is kind of insane.
They also had to remake. Resident Evil 2 remake from scratch because it's not the wow, that was fast.
Well, yeah, I think they were chopping my health bar for like at the high 20%. I'm probably going to have to relearn parrying because these guys are pretty hardcore.
But yeah, so
well, like, I think a more believable reason of why they're doing Silent Hill 2 is because that's like the one project that has like the most goodwill left for them to exploit. I would believe more
Yeah,
than...
that's why they picked 2 to be the one to remake, but the reason they're making a Silent Hill remake of any kind is because they saw Resident Evil have success with it. That's my thought. Like, yeah, they picked 2 because 2's clearly the best one, and they know this.
Well, everyone loves it. It's the one that's kind of more universal. It's got the more universal love, so...
Yeah. But yeah, so I think it doesn't matter. Now, given I don't know if we know enough details to be certain, but I think it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, I need to fucking get into that guy.
That they lost the source code.
Well, it obviously mattered. Well, I guess you're kind of right, because they would have had to remake it from scratch because it's on the PS2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but if this is like a full remake, like in the same kind of the Resident Evil remakes, like it's not the same game so much as it is like a game that it's like the same story and the same overall that, but it's a modern version.
Oh god,
of
he
it,
totally
right?
destroyed me. I didn't think this was going to be actually difficult.
But yeah, so that's my thought on that one. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see, because like Capcom had success with it because they made it good.
Yeah, they actually put in the work.
Right. I don't know if I trust Konami enough to put in that work.
I don't believe so either. I think they're just... I don't know, it seems like it's a fucking cash grab. I don't know if they're actually gonna faithfully do it up.
Right.
Because honestly, it could look like if like someone properly did it, I think it would look really, really good.
Right.
Just to like do a frame by frame.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, right? That's my thought with it. Unlike Resident Evil 4 remake, which we also got more stuff with it.
Yeah, Capcom put out, maybe just for the season, they put out a bunch of, I don't know about a bunch, but they put out some Resident Evil information.
Yeah, there was like a Resident Evil Direct, if you will, like yesterday, I think, or the day before.
2 whole games.
Well, no.
Well,
yes
it was
and
just
no.
2 games. It was their newest game and their remake.
It was also stuff
wow,
about
holy
the
shit.
cloud release.
I got my ass wrecked. Holy
It was also stuff about the cloud release for all the games on Switch. So, like, Switch is getting a bunch of them, but they're getting the cloud release of it instead of the actual game.
No physicals.
I mean, yeah, but that's not the same. In the game, you don't download the game. Like, the game uses cloud computing to run the game. So, there's a lot of problems with cloud gaming right now.
At least it's getting sort of figured out a little bit.
So we'll have to wait and see how good those run on the Switch.
I'm guessing that's why they included soldiers with the gorilla, because I thought I could have gotten into blade mode before that happened.
But yeah, so we'll have to wait and see on those cloud ones. But
I mean, I did see some like a couple of screenshots, and at least it looks good.
The question with cloud computing is not whether or not it looks good, it's whether or not it runs good. Yeah. So, because it's just, it's Resident Evil 7, it's Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Oh, they're putting everything on the Switch. Jeez.
Yeah, so they're putting a bunch of the more recent Resident Evil games onto Switch, and they're all cloud computing.
That was seriously the whole mission?
The game, I guess. The Switch can't handle like the full.
Yeah, they need a workaround.
The full game. However, yeah, Resident Evil 8 is getting, it's 7, 8, 2 remake, 3 remake, and that might be it. I don't know if 4 remakes coming to it.
Do you think 3 remake really has enough like interest for them to bother?
I thought it was fun. It's not as good as 2 remake, but
I just heard a lot of mediocre things, which is being a pretty big fan of Resident Evil 3. I thought it was very interesting. That was kind of a shame to hear. No, I died.
Yeah, I mean,
I died super hard.
So like,
also because I can't fucking figure out what I keep trying to do like R3 for lock on, but maybe it's L3.
Gotcha. I think what bothered people is that it's a lot
shorter.
Well, the original was really short, so like,
yeah, the original is short, but like it seemed like it was like a lot shorter than even like I don't know. It seemed like even expectation-wise, it seemed like even shorter than what people expected.
Yeah, but I think people were expecting it to be in the same vein as 2 Remake, like to a T, and like I don't know, it wasn't as good as some people thought.
No, I'm done. Jeez, these guys are wrecking my face.
My only thought is that maybe cat or dog story mode is supposed to be really stealth focused.
Maybe, but, you know, I need to kind of get up the stairs, and I don't know if I have the...
Oh, can you, like, climb walls as the cat or anything?
I mean, I know it's walking weird, but it's definitely a dog. I bet it's as cute as a murder dog can kind of be.
Yeah, but, Resident Evil 4 Remake got shown off.
Was it just like the beginning village section?
Yeah, so they showed off that like beginning village section like before the bell goes off. And,
which is a really good section.
Yeah, and it looks really good. There's some cool shit that he does in it. So like,
did they add like more QTs?
No, not QTs. It's like cool gameplay elements that are kind of new. So like, there's one part that I'd be surprised to find out it was in the original game, but there's like a part where in the
well, you
town,
can ask
like
me. I have a pretty good knowledge of it.
Yeah, so in the town, there's like an area with a cow, like a pen that has a cow in it.
Yeah, I remember them having pens. Oh yeah, I do remember the cows.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I recall a cow from my time playing 4. But anyway, what ends up happening is Leon like runs through it while running away from like the chainsaw guy.
Yeah, that's about the point where the chainsaw guy shows up.
Yeah, but what ends up happening is sorry, I'm focusing on one. Yeah. What ends up happening is...
Oh, come on. I needed that
there's
QT.
There's like that lantern. There's like a lantern above the cow. And he like shoots the lantern and it causes like the area to start on fire.
Really? That's actually pretty interesting.
And then there's a part where he the chainsaw guy gets close to him.
Yeah, I think his name is Dr. Salvatore, if my memory is right. Because I know the one that has a double chainsaw is probably Mr. Salvatore.
It's just a chainsaw enemy to me. It's not
really yeah, but he has a name. He used to be a person. I
mean, I guess, but that's like saying every random villager you shot is like Johnny and Jack and...
Well, he's not a random villager. He's the guy who's the instant... Did they at least... Well, I guess they're probably not going to fix it because it's iconic to keep his instant-kill attack, even though it's kind of annoying.
They very well could still have an instant-kill attack. We didn't see him land an attack in the trailer because we saw something else happen when Leon was about to get hit. Leon is able to use the knife to try to parry, like, push the chainsaw off.
Really?
No,
he's gonna parry a chainsaw with a butcher
knife. The chainsaw
knife.
comes swinging down, and, like, Leon, like, whips out his knife and, like, presses it against the chainsaw, and, like, a parry, like, smash your goddamn button, like, moment happens. And then another moment that's in there that's pretty cool. As the chainsaw guy is chasing him, he like chases him under like some wooden like scaffolding that's in the village.
Sure.
And the chainsaw guy is swinging his chainsaw, cuts the scaffolding down. Like the scaffolding collapses a lot around the chainsaw guy as the chainsaw guy swings his chainsaw around.
That is a pretty good addition because I don't...
Leon's running away and like the scaffolding's falling around him as he's running away because the chainsaw guy is after him with like flailing with the chainsaw.
I don't remember them doing a lot of environmental shit in the original game.
Yeah, and then we just saw character designs, and graphically it looks great, right?
So it's not that far along in development.
Make use of platforms and footholds
it comes out in March.
Really? You think they'd have more to show?
I mean, this is like the 3rd or 4th trailer of Resident Evil 4 Remake we've gotten.
Okay, so now this game decided to be a platformer?
Gotcha. But yeah, so they showed off that the gameplay of that one area, the beginning area. They showed off the merchant, like the merchant shows up, like they have a bunch of cutscenes and stuff.
You need to have that guy in it, otherwise no one will take it seriously.
I forget the name of the guy.
Well, the merchant doesn't have a name because he's not really a character.
Not the merchant. The guy I'm thinking of is the.
That'd be a good idea for the remake. Give that guy a name. Call him Billy. Billy the Barterman.
The guy I'm thinking of is he's the colonial guy that you end up having to fight. He's like dressed in a colonial outfit. He's like, I don't know if he's a kid. I don't know if he's supposed to be a kid.
No, he's like in his mid-20s by the lore, but he's just so God, I can't remember his name. It's really Spanish.
It's like Salvatore or something, right?
Yeah, it's about it. I mean, it's really stereotypical, but fuck, I can't remember it.
Yeah, so we got to see him. We got to see this Lucian. The other guy that runs around.
No, I think that's right. That sounds right.
Yeah, Lucian sounds right to me.
It's kind of weird considering he's a character for only half the game.
Yeah, but they showed him. We saw Ashley. We got the pre-order bonuses, which is just like a bunch of costumes and stuff.
It's kind of lame. It's not unlockable in the game anymore.
I mean, there's presumably still costumes in the game. It's just there's like a couple costumes that are. Because it's not the costumes from the original game, right? That's not what it is.
Yeah, the gangster costume.
Yeah, it's not those costumes. Like, those aren't the pre-order costumes.
Oh yeah, and the Ashley suit of armor, which is hilarious.
Yeah, but the
Why did Platinum want to do this?
I don't know. But I lost my train of thought.
You were talking about Ashley and
pre-order,
the
pre-order outfits. Well, yeah, but I was also talking when they showed the pre-order stuff. There's a collector's edition that comes with like an art book, a statue of Leon that I bought today. Because I'm expecting the game to be good. I'm not expecting it to necessarily be the greatest game ever, but I'm expecting it to still be a fun, good game because they did.
Well, I mean, even if they make just the original again, it's already like it's at least a 9.5 out of 10.
Right. It's a lot of people consider it one of the best games of all time.
Well, I got wrecked again. Because a gorilla jumped on my face.
But yeah, so I pre-ordered the collector's edition today, so I paid a lot of money. But I get a dope-ass statue, I get like all of the costumes and shit, I get art book,
I mean, at least it's not pre-ordering
collector's boxes.
At least it's not a fucking pre-ordering a Ubisoft game where you're not even guaranteed to get all that shit.
Right.
Unless you buy the Parthenon Astral Plane Edition.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I will tell you right here, right now, the reason I bought it is that goddamn Leon statue.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. That's the big draw. This is the most tedious bullshit ever. Let's turn an action game into Mario Brothers.
Right.
But whatever, we're almost done. So Capcom isn't being dickish about their remake.
Right. It looks great. Everybody was really hyped for it. The YouTubers I was watching, they were all super into it. The DLC is coming out for
Village. That's finally coming around.
Village next week. It comes out right before Halloween. So it comes out on the 28th, so next Friday.
Well, I'll try and make time for it when I get some money coming in, because right now I can't really justify buying anything new video game-ish.
Well, so yeah. Another thing they did that I think is kind of cool, Resident Evil 8 Village, you can play the first 30 minutes of the game or something. You can play like a certain amount of the game in the new third-person mode.
Oh yeah, they decided to do that too.
Yeah, so you can play through Village in third-person mode, and right now you can play it for free, that third-person mode for free up to like a certain point, and then it gets released that same day as the DLC.
The DLC is the third person? I thought they were bringing out some new content with Rose.
No, the DLC's new content where you play as the daughter and she's 16 years old.
I do love Rose, which is really weird considering we saw like all of like 15 minutes of that character right at the end of Village.
I haven't played Village.
You really should. It's a proper like 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I know it's good. gotten around. I haven't bought it yet. And I'll watch someone play through it probably before I end up buying it, like I did with 7.
I think you should probably keep yourself spoiler free, to be honest, because a couple of boss fights are pretty big surprises.
I know a couple things, like I think I was told that Ethan dies at the end or something. Spoiler alerts, I guess.
Well, I mean, who the fuck gives a shit about Ethan? He was protagonist for 2 games. Also, he was Ethan fucking Winters. No one gives a shit about him.
He was a normal
Not even
guy.
Ethan gives a shit about Ethan.
He was a normal guy. I do think there's some fun stuff they did with him conceptually, like because he's the normal.
Oh yeah, they
everyman.
did. Because they made him like the fucking ending of Village gets like it doesn't get like super Japanese weird, but it does a couple of interesting weird things with him.
Gotcha.
And it does pay off. Like they actually brought back some callbacks from the original game right at the end, which is really good because to be honest, the villain of Village isn't all that great.
When you dodge the grab good enough, it does like a slow-mo of the camera.
No, I activated blade mode like this.
Oh, gotcha.
This is the silliest thing. Ah, fuck! I should have parried that. I thought he was winding up his yellow attack.
But yeah, so like one of the things I've always thought was funny about Ethan is the fact that like every villain and every enemy takes shit out on like his hands because it's a VR, like it's a first-person VR game. So you have to target the hands in order to see.
Oh, I died. Damn it!
So
I was like right on the edge.
In order for you to like see harm happening to Ethan, they have to target his hands.
Yeah, which
so, like,
is
all the time across like
really
7,
fucked up.
his hands are getting. It's funny. Like I find it funny because
I don't know. It's still pretty harrowing to watch because that's that's relatable horror.
Yeah, it's body horror. Like don't get me wrong. It's straight up body horror.
I mean, it's not just body horror. It's like it's actual like relatable horror because like that like people really hate like seeing like fucked up shit happen to hands and like especially like fingernails because you can feel that. You can't really feel like when like you know just not to really get into it, but just to put it aside, I did watch. One of the movies I watched this week was the proper 1980s The Thing by John Carpenter, and that gets body horror-y. Yeah, that gets pretty fucked up.
That has other elements of body horror too, because like straight up harm to your body can be an element of body horror, but also
it's a different thing.
Yeah, well, with that movie, there's the element of like the body contorting in weird, unhuman ways.
Yeah,
alienness. Like the body shifting into the alien and stuff like that. So,
but yeah, it was a really great time, and it definitely deserves all the praise that it got after its release back in the day. But you have to be careful. You have to be careful talking about it because if you say the 2000s version, instantly everyone will just roll their eyes at you. Like, I bet that'll happen.
Gotcha.
Because nobody respects that fucking prequel. Oh, I got it! I'm not gonna watch the prequel, by the way. I was just like... I actually also watched it this week, Big Trouble in Little China, which was also really fun.
Gotcha.
I don't know, my brain was just like, oh, let's watch John Carpenter movies. I don't know why I was prompted to do this, but I'll take it. Oh, it destroyed him. Perfect. I mean, the funnest thing about Big Trouble in Little China is the fact that the protagonist doesn't know, has like zero clue at any time of what the fuck's going on, and it's pretty funny.
Gotcha. But yeah, and then
to watch Kurt Russell run around and pretend to you know act like he's the movie badass, but constantly get his ass kicked. That's all I'm gonna say on that for now.
Gotcha. But yeah, so what was it?
Well, if we kind of got off track, we can move on to the Bayonetta thing because I don't know the details of that story.
I know
beyond the headlines.
All the details now. I know all the details now.
Because, like I said,
I don't necessarily know them as specific as some people. I'll say that
it did sound like that interesting of a story to me because it's like, oh, one person got fucked over at their workplace, and okay, I guess she's trying to pull sympathy from the audience.
It's actually more complicated than that now. But we'll get to that in a second.
I'm here fighting birds.
Yeah,
as dogs tend to do.
Yeah, in the DLC for 8, you play as
Rose Winters, female badass.
Story. But then
she's probably just like Heather Mason in the future.
I mean, you have like weird. Yeah, I guess because I don't remember if Heather had weird powers, but she
had that snarky attitude that Rose kind of has.
We'll have to wait for that to come out. But yeah, that looks good and fun. We'll have to see that. Yeah, I should go and play 8.
Well, you're too busy grinding Final Fantasy right now.
That, and I'm playing the new Rabbids Mario game, and I'm still playing Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, you did want to talk about the Mario game, and I'm assuming that in classic Ubisoft fashion, the sequel is probably just more of the same. Which, in Mario vs. Rabbids case, isn't too bad an idea.
Yeah, it's a little bit changed. Like, they changed a little bit, but it's, for the most part, it's still the same. But we'll get to that in a second as well. The thing I was thinking about with Ethan that I think is kind of unique and interesting that they did to help keep him as the everyman.
Yep, he is the everyman.
But when you play as him in third person, if you turn the camera to try to see his face, he looks away from the camera.
Yeah, because they want to do that.
Yeah, so you can't see his face, which helps keep him the everyman in a way, which I thought was just kind of cute. Like I was like, that's neat. Like,
I mean, even when you see him in Village, I think they like completely blur out his face, so we don't ever get. I swear that you never actually see his face.
No, I'm positive you never see his face, but my guess is like the angle of the camera just always makes it so you don't see his face.
Well, like, because of events in Village, they kind of have to like put him on the camera. So this guy is doing 20% health damage with every kick, and all he's doing is kicking me in the face. Like, lightly kicking me. Fuck. That guy had, like, super armor or something.
But yeah,
I think that you're right. Like, this seems like it's a fucking stealth-based thing.
It does feel like it's a stealth-based thing. But yeah, okay, let's go on to the Bayonetta thing, because I think I've exhausted everything. I kind of bounced around really erratically there. With the
well, it's also me like consistently interrupting you while you're trying to say things.
That's fair. But let's go on to the Bayonetta thing. So here's what happened with the Bayonetta thing. Here's the story, right? So I forget her name. I want to
just say the voice actor that's being, well, it's not victimized, just I guess in the news.
Well, so both her and the replacement. So the replacement, I believe, is Jennifer Hale, which is the voice of Shepard.
No, she's the voice of Samus.
Is she also the voice of Samus?
I swear to God that Jennifer Hale is. I don't think it's her fault, but I think she's the one who did Other M. I swear to God.
Maybe she's Commander Shepard. I know that much.
Femshep.
Yeah, she is Femshep, if I recall correctly.
Which just goes to prove that Other M wasn't particularly her fault.
Yeah. So Jennifer Hale is indeed, I just looked it up. She is indeed Shepard. And she's the new Bayonetta voice, right? She's the new Bayonetta voice. But what happened was Helena Taylor, the old original voice of Bayonetta, made a video that she put on Twitter that claimed she, they offered her only $4,000 to be the voice of Bayonetta in that game, right?
Oh God. Welp.
They offered her $4,000.
Yep.
To be the voice of Bayonetta for that game.
Which apparently some people are contradicting officially.
Yeah, we'll get to that detail in a second.
I don't know how the hell I was going to do a stealth kill on this thing, but
no idea. But she asked people to boycott the game,
which is kind of absurd for your personal problems.
A bunch of people agreed.
I mean, I don't know if they'd agree to boycott it. That seems kind of absurd.
Yeah, people canceled their pre-orders.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll get some more details of what happened here. But anyway,
I'm amazed I hit that QTE because I completely hit the wrong button. Oh, anyway, you can continue. I'm just amazed at my stupidity.
She asked people to boycott it, you know, under the whole thing that voice actors don't get paid as much as they should, which in a lot of cases is true.
You, game.
Which in a lot of cases is true.
Yes.
So people started boycotting the game, but because it's Twitter and Twitter be Twitter.
Yeah, because there's a predictable backlash to the backlash.
Well, no, we're not on that part yet. So they started, you know, Twitter was all angry and trying to get justice for Helena. Started, you know, going after, you know, the Twitter mob went after Platinum Games. It went after Jennifer Hale, even though she had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I had the fucking stealth kill, god damn it.
And then it,
Also, ow. Sorry, I'm just over here in pain. Somehow I still got hurt.
Then what happened was, and I got to look up his name because I always forget it. Is it Hideki? The guy who started...
Kamiya?
Yeah, the guy who started Platinum. The guy who made the first Devil May Cry. Is that who it is?
I thought that was like I thought that was the guy who was running like the original Resident Evil days. Because Devil May Cry was famously, it was one of the many Resident Evil spin-offs.
No, because the guy who went and made...
thing.
The guy who made and went Bayonetta, made Devil May Cry 1.
Yeah, shouldn't they... Is that seriously Hideki?
It is Hideki Kamiya. I googled it. But,
Fuck.
So, anyway, Hideki Kamiya made a tweet, and I don't remember the exact words, but it wasn't a very nice tweet, back at the backlash. And he has since now had, like, because of the backlash from it, has deleted his Twitter account.
Yeah, did he apologize or make a statement?
No, I believe the Twitter account just got deleted. Like, he deleted his Twitter account or something, and people were... Anyway, so that happened. A few days later, it turns out some details come forward, like actual evidence comes forward, not just, you know, people claiming things, but they have like the actual paperwork. She wasn't offered $4,000. She was offered $4,000 per session, and it was only going to take 5 sessions to record her things, so she was actually offered $20,000.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I guess I don't know how long a session should take, so I don't know how good that is.
It's like 4 or 5 hours a day. So for 5 days of work, 5 hours each day, she's gonna get paid $20,000.
So she misread her paperwork.
Potentially, maybe there was a mistranslation. We don't know for sure, I guess.
So we don't know that this is malicious or not.
Kind of. But what ends up happening, right? So this stuff comes out, right?
Yep.
That, hey, hold on now. She didn't have the details right? And here's the actual proof. Helena doubled down. She is still claiming they offered her $4,000 and $4,000 to the dot. That's it for everything. Instead of, even though we have the actual paperwork now.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to do. Because people are gonna instantly call you out on that shit. And rightfully so if they actually got the receipts.
Yeah, and so a lot of people who were originally bandwagoning on her had to make made a bunch of apologies. Like, I know a YouTuber I watch who's a big fan of like Bayonetta and like Devil May Cry and those kind of games.
It's kind of hard to not be a fan of the games.
Right, she was up in arms about it, and she made a public apology.
Blade Wolf is being adorable.
She made a public apology to Jennifer Hale, because her actions caused her fans to go after Jennifer Hale.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so she was like,
even though it's unintentional.
Because I don't think she actually herself said anything to Jennifer Hale, but what she essentially did is she tweeted the outrage and was all up about the outrage, and it helped spread it. So she made a public apology to Jennifer Hale. Jennifer Hale accepted it, said, you know, shit happens. You know, you got fed misinformation. You know, people played you for the fool. It happens to the best of us. So Jennifer Hale was cool about it. In other news that other people found that it doesn't necessarily change what happened to
an electromagnetic barricade. It uses the EMP
to Helena, but
any UG or cyborg
it does look like she's like,
unless you are a contractor with the proper
you know,
access code, of course. Now what?
There's evidence now that she supports turf stuff,
perhaps?
and she
A pretty little
is in
pet.
support
Which
of
doesn't have
Blue
anything to
Lives.
do with it.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with it, but it speaks to her character.
I guess.
But so she's turf stuff and Blue Lives Matter
Well,
stuff.
they found you. Best of luck,
So like, it's
Oh,
starting to,
shit.
people are starting to turn on her. Is my point, and we'll have to wait and see. Part of the problem is, the Twitter mob got angry that one day, but they had since moved on. So like, a lot of people who were involved didn't, probably maybe don't know about the new developments, if you will. And then you have people, of course, who don't want to admit they were wrong. So
Well,
they're trying
and
to
also
find
the
every-
backlash, because that always happens. Like,
Yeah.
literally every time. It's kind of weird.
But yeah, you have people trying to like claim the evidence we have is XYZ or doesn't prove anything, even though it does, and things like that, because they don't want to be wrong, so they'll find any way to try to word it to keep themselves believing they're not wrong.
Typical thing.
But yeah, so that's that story. It was an interesting time.
That was
My
slightly more
personal-
interesting than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, so I had friends that the day originally happened, they were laughing about the fact the shit that was happening with Hideki. My personal opinion on it was I like Jennifer Hale. That was my one thought. I'm not so attached to Bayonetta's voice that I feel like we need to have the old voice actress.
Well, I mean, we are fans of Capcom, and guess what they do?
What now?
Right.
They will recast Leon Kennedy 6 times.
To freedom?
Yeah, I mean literally all the Street Fighter characters have new voice actors
You
in
won't make it. Just give up now.
in Street
While
Fighter
you
6,
still
because
can.
the guy who did Dante's voice used to do Ken's voice, and he's not Ken's voice anymore.
He's just one guy now?
I mean, I think he might have been more people's voice, but he did Dante's voice, or was it the guy who did? I'm pretty sure, because the guy who does Nero's voice does Zero's voice, right? Capcom likes to reuse people, so the guy who does Zero's voice does Nero's voice. The guy who does Dante's voice, I'm pretty sure does Ken's voice. Have fun with this.
Well, at least I got this right off the bat. And technically, somehow I insta-killed the other guy, too? So I guess I just got lucky, because I don't even know how that happened.
I'm not sure how you insta-kill that guy, but we'll take it.
Because I don't want to fight a fucking gorilla.
Because yeah, if there's one enemy in this that's been kicking your absolute shit, it's the gorillas.
There are jumpy jumps. I think that's the only enemy left.
But yeah, so when I first heard the news, I was like, pay people more. It was my only thought was yeah, people deserve a fair wage. And then when the news came out that she was lying and that,
Then she doubled down on the lie.
Yeah. When that happened, or maybe even during the time where it might have been maybe she misread her paperwork.
Oh, fuck
and
off! I should have gotten
an
S rank for that. Did they just insta summon a gorilla at me?
Maybe. I think it was up above, but they might have.
Oh, he grabbed me. Oh my god! I can't believe I got out of that.
But yeah,
I never got out of that.
My opinion before we knew that she doubled down, my opinion was, well, maybe she got it wrong, maybe she lied. People still need to whether or not she's telling the truth, people still should get paid a fair wage. But if she is lying, that's kind of shitty.
It's pretty shitty.
Because she essentially tried to turn Twitter on Platinum.
Yeah, because she's trying to weaponize her audience to get more money out of Platinum. If she was being malicious, then that's probably the goal.
Well, so the game's already coming out next week, so she's not going to get more money from Platinum. The ship sailed.
Oh.
But what she would have been doing, in that case, was she's hurting their sales. So she's like, you didn't pay me enough, so I'm gonna try to damage your sales by convincing people not to buy your game. Right? She was calling for a boycott, and as I said, some people canceled their pre-orders because of it.
I'll kill myself.
So like it did have, you know, there probably will be some damage because of it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Let's see here. On to let's talk about the Mario Rabbids game. So as you know, I think Mario Rabbids, the original one, is a what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I'll tell you my opinion since you're gonna have more of one. I do think that it's I think it's deserved its accolades. I'd probably give it at max an 8.5 out of 10. I don't think it was all that good. Honestly, I think the Rabbids part of it is probably the worst aspect. But other than that, like the cut down XCOM thing is really good. I think that the Phantom of the Opera boss, which might just be called Phantom, is probably one of the funniest things that is in the Mario canon ever. Because it's kind of the Bowser's Inside Story thing where they actually nail down the references and they're actually funny. And I just got missiled up the butt. So I'm in favor.
Yeah. So the first one I think is a underrated gem, right? I think a lot of people didn't give it the time of day because of what it looks like. Because yeah, as you said, the rabbits are kind of a hard to swallow pill for a lot of people, myself included. I find a lot of the rabbits humor kind of meh.
Yeah, I think it's just outdated at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's like a childish humor. It does well with children. You know,
this was the random lol humor of the 2010s.
Yeah, that too. You have the random lol humor of it as well.
But you know, so, they did turn Bowser into a dragon, which was kind of funny.
That was cool. You might die again because the rocket launcher was what was
I'll just go fucking
time.
deal with that asshole because you know the range, guys. They don't have any fucking health.
That's true.
Unless he's gonna change to a hammer, and then I have another problem.
Now he's changing to a sword.
Fuck your sword. I have a better sword. Mine has teeth. Apparently that guy was able to fucking come up here with his giant hammer. Oh, I don't get any slow-mo for this, but yeah, who needs it? That guy's dead.
Hey, another rocket launcher guy.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, he's down below right now, so I don't think he can hit you.
I really need to get into heavy attacks because that's kind of the... I'm not... Wait, he's up here now.
Rocket launcher guy's here now.
Well, fuck it. I'll just take this guy's heart. I'll try. Maybe
swipe up, swipe up, swipe up, swipe up. You have to swipe in different directions to try and find it.
Got him. I'm amazed I got that because I chopped it like a dozen times.
Right. But yeah, so that was my opinion on the first Mario Rabbids game. I think they put more money into this one. The second one. So there seems to be more to do. In my opinion, so in the original one, if you know, you like kind of go from world to world, and you just kind of like run in a line, and as you run in that line, you like bump into levels. In this one, and I've only completed the first world as of right now, but in this one, you take the spaceship and you go to different worlds, and then the world itself is like a whole overworld to explore and walk around in. And then there's like spots on the map where like you bump into an enemy, and then it pulls you into a different area, like a different sub-area that's like a level designed to fight them in. So you have like this overworld to explore and find stuff in, and enemies are wandering around there, and there's like a Paper Mario-esque like they hit you first or you hit them first kind of deal.
Sure.
And if you hit them first, you go into the battle, and it loads a separate battle arena. That's different for every fight, where you fight them, right? You start the game with more characters. So in the original, I think you started with Rabbit, Peach, Rabbit, Luigi, and Mario, and that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't that many after, you finish it up with like 12 of them.
You finish it up with 6 or 8 in the first game. The first game has
Oh,
Yoshi,
I think they put something new on the
Peach.
soundtrack for this.
It has the original game has Yoshi, Peach,
Rabbid Yoshi, which I don't think anyone used.
I used Rabbit. I used all the characters a little bit, but anyway, it has Yoshi, Peach, Mario, Luigi, and then the Rabbit versions of those 4 characters, and that's your cast, or that's your party members for the first game.
At least I got 3 of these things.
So that's your cast in the first game. In this game, you start out with Mario, Luigi, Peach, Rabbid Luigi, and Rabbid
God,
Mario.
This guy has fast attacks.
So they got rid of Yoshi and Rabbid Yoshi and kept the other 6, and you just start with those 6. Very quickly into the game. Very quickly into the game, though, you will get your 7th character, which is a rabbit named Edge.
Really?
Yeah, I mean they're like an edgy rabbit. If you've seen the cover art or like stuff of the game, they're like.
I've seen a rabbit that had like a black dress on or something.
No, she's not wearing. She's wearing like a leather coat, but she's got black hair, black and green hair. And
to be fair, I wasn't paying that much attention.
But yeah, so that's one of the new characters.
Miss Edgelord Pants.
Other things they changed that I love. My biggest complaint of the first game got fixed. So my biggest complaint of the first game is you have to have Mario in your party.
Yes.
You can't remove Mario and use other characters. So when you're limited to 3 characters, but one of them has to be Mario, it kind of sucks.
It does suck a bit, but at least Mario was like his usual all-rounder, so it wasn't a huge detriment.
Yeah, it's not like he wasn't a bad unit, but in my opinion, most of the units in that game were
because
good.
Mario.
And in my opinion, most of the units in that game were good. Like there was no, they were good enough, and they all had their strengths and weaknesses. And the new game, they also have all the strengths and weaknesses too, like before.
I think they realized that they made this battle way too high damage, so they just gave me a bunch of health items. Because I just picked up 2. I just picked up 2 of them in the fight, on top of the 3 I had in my pants.
Gotcha. But yeah, so.
Oh god, he grabbed me because I was stunned, and that hurt.
But yeah,
there's another one right there. Also, I got 3% health. Ow.
I want to eat one of those real fast.
I hurt my whittle bottom. And don't worry about it, we're cleaning this guy's clock. He's just like, occasionally does 40% damage to me with one of his hits. Because you know a guy who has rockets on his axe is not fucking around.
Right. But yeah, so, they have the... Oh, see, there is a stealth mechanic, because he literally lost sight of you when he did that attack.
I don't know how, considering it's a 360 attack.
Well, because the rocks blocked his vision of you.
Haha, I'm over here, you fucking idiot.
You're alright, they gave you an assload of HP items during this boss fight.
Well, I mean, his fucking, like, 360 attack does 50%. His regular, like, swipe attack does 30. Like, look at that. 70 to 20.
Right.
Also, this soundtrack kind of sucks.
I mean, I'm not really paying attention to it.
Well, I just say that because, you know, this game has had a fantastic soundtrack, and this is boring as hell. This is like generic, like, hard rock.
Gotcha. But yeah, so now you don't have to have Mario in your party, which feels nice because you have more characters than... You have, I think, just one more character than the last game? Because, if the box art is to be believed, you get a couple other characters throughout the story. So I believe I counted 9 on the box art. Which makes me wonder if there's another one, because 9 seems like a weird number.
Well, you know, sometimes they do weird numbers.
Yeah, I mean, they might just be 9, but, so,
yeah.
like...
Oh, I think he's doing a rage... Oh, he's doing that. Oh, yeah, we finally get the QTs. What am I supposed to be hitting here? Because I'm hitting his hand, but...
Yeah,
like...
you're just cutting them up, so just cut up whatever.
At least we know where they spent the money on this.
But yeah, so...
And don't mind me, I'm just turning somebody into dog food.
But yeah, so you don't have to have Mario in your party, which I love. They rebalanced all the characters, so they don't have a lot of the characters don't have their same moveset. They have similar stuff. Like Rabbid Peach is still the healer. You know, Princess Peach still has like healing stuff or like support stuff. They actually made Princess Peach about like shields that like make you. It just takes the entire attack. So if you have the shield, it blocks one whole attack. They changed the weapons is the biggest thing. So if you remember in the first game, you had every character had 2 abilities and 2 weapons, but one of their weapons had a cooldown, and then their 2 abilities had a cooldown. I think there is going to be a 4th ability because in the skill page, like where you're putting your skill points in, there's like 3 trees, one for because now you don't have. They took away you don't have a secondary weapon. Every character has a unique weapon to them, though. So no one doubles up weapons like the first game. Like in the first game, Princess Peach and Mario had the same main weapon, then their secondary weapons were different, but, you know, every weapon had 2 characters that could use them for the most part. With the exception being Luigi and Rabbid Luigi had different primary weapons that were unique to them in the first one.
I have activated your...
All I remember is Luigi Sniper.
Yeah, Luigi is still the sniper. He has a bow now for a weapon instead of a sniper rifle, but he's still about attacking from far range.
I don't remember using Rabbid Luigi all that much.
Rabbid Luigi's gimmick in the first game is he has like a shit ton of dashes that he can get.
That's probably the reason, because that doesn't sound all that good to me.
He's actually really good once you like get him all like leveled up and stuff, but because his dashes like put the life drain effect onto them, so like you heal off of hitting the person that you dashed.
I will come up with a story.
They changed him in this game, so his new weapon is a frisbee, and his weapon bounces off of enemies and hits other enemies a ways away. And so like he can like ricochet and like hit people kind of at weird angles.
Yep.
Because his weapon will curve, and so he can kind of like hit one guy, and then it can kind of curve behind a cover to hit another guy and stuff like that, depending on the angles. Mario's new weapon is he's got 2 pistols, and so when he makes his primary attack, he takes 2 shots, but you don't have to target the same person with those 2 shots. So you can split up his attacks. Which is really nice if there's enemies that like die in one hit automatically.
You've been through so much.
So yeah, if you couldn't tell, Kamsen was the big boss of the DLC. So we're done with the first one. Just an hour in.
Yes, he freed me.
If you ever wanted to see Blade Wolf's backstory before he met Raiden, because haven't we all wanted to see the full story of Blade Wolf?
I didn't really care. But yeah, so every character's got a unique weapon. Princess Peach has like a shotgun, but it's like a shotgun that has a very wide and very far-reaching
So it's a blunderbuss
ratio.
thing.
Yeah. So you can hit people from far away with it, but you do less damage if they're farther away than if they are close up.
Yep, that's a shotgun.
Yep. Rabbid Mario has...
Oh, I forgot Rabbid Mario was a thing. I don't think I ever used that dingus.
He's really tough to use in the original game because he takes a lot of damage. He's actually
pretty bad thing for him.
Right. He's actually really good so far in this second game. Like, I'm loving using him. His weapon is gauntlets that are shotgun gauntlets, but he has to be close to the enemy still. But they do a lot of damage.
I think we're stuck in the credits, so we have more time to talk.
Yeah, so he's hyper mobile. The new Edge girl that I just unlocked, her weapon is like a Buster Sword, but she like throws it, and she throws it kind of in a style that, you know, if you know like lightsaber throw from Star Wars when they throw the lightsaber.
Oh, they
so
just spin it.
It spins, and if you target an enemy, you hit everything in a line up to that enemy, and then it comes back and hits everybody on the way back too.
Yeah, that's
so
usually
if you can line up enemies, she can like boomerang the sword through them. and she is one of the most hypermobile characters possible. Now, they removed the secondary weapons, but what they did is they introduced these Lumas, that all the Lumas have a passive ability and a activated ability.
The
passive
Lumas
ability,
from
like,
Galaxy?
yeah, because the whole story is based off of Galaxy. So you go into
okay.
space and you do Galaxy stuff. And so they're rabid Lumas. Right?
Sure, why not?
They're called Sparks is what they end up calling them, because like the robot that like is leading everybody from the first game is back. Oh, by the way, this game is voice acted.
Oh yeah, I don't think the original had that.
The original, I'm almost positive it isn't. Now, given they don't voice act every character, there's like voice lines, you know, i.e. like Danganronpa, where you hear like they say the same line over and over and over again.
Yeah.
They have that for all the other characters, but Beepo, the robot that you play as, he's fully voice acted. So anytime he talks in the game, it's fully voice acted. And then there's an AI he created, because he apparently created the spaceship between the last game and this game. And the AI on the spaceship is also fully voice acted. And as you like search around, you can find like lore bits and like story bits about the different places that are kind of interesting, and those can be read to you fully voice acted, i.e. like the codex in Mass Effect. So there's like a codex thing you can collect. You have all these different sparks to collect. So going back to the sparks, which are the rabid Lumas. So they all have an activated ability and a passive ability, and I'm only done with the first world, and I have like 10 plus of them, right?
Oh wow.
You equip them to characters.
Sure.
You equip them to a character. The character gains that ability, as well, and then they get the benefit of the passive. And so they have different abilities. So, like, if you remember, one of Mario's abilities in the first game was like a.
I don't.
Okay, but he had one of his abilities in the first game was like a buff. He just like buffed everybody around him. Like they just got a little stronger. Like their attacks hit a little harder and stuff. They moved. I think they could move a little bit farther, and their attacks hit a little harder. The very first Luma you get has that, but you can move that to any character you want, so you have more customizableness to the characters, because the Luma ability is interchangeable. So like, I found that the Edge girl, who's my favorite character to play as right now, she has a shit ton of dashes, and unlike the first game, I feel like hypermobility is really, really strong. In this one, I feel like if you can get.
I remember it being pretty useful in the original, because I remember dashing through an enemy did significant damage.
Yeah, so yeah, dashing through an enemy, one, it's free damage because it's not taking up your attack or anything. Two, so I think in the last game you could use one ability and one weapon attack. In this game, you can use any action you have, but only once per turn, but you can do 2 actions a turn. So if you have an ability, you can use one of your abilities, you can use the Luma ability, or you can use your weapon attack. And I'm pretty sure eventually the characters will get another ability, because the one, there's, as I mentioned, there's one tree of their skills that's just a question mark. And 2, the buttons to use your abilities are, you know, R1, R2, but there isn't one for like, I think it's L1, L2, R2, and there isn't one for L2. Like, there isn't one for L1 or R1. One of the 4 buttons doesn't have an ability, is my point. But there's like a tree that's a question mark, so I assume eventually in the story we will get a 4th ability. But yeah, then you have the Lumas, which have, you know, all sorts of unique abilities. So like one strategy I found that I really like is
fuck. I accidentally hit play tutorial.
That's fine. I forgot the name of it, but I forgot where I was going with this. Abilities, weapons. Oh, so one of the things I like, so one of the Lumas I got makes it so that my dashes become electric. Like, that's the activated abilities. My dashes become electric, and they do an assload of damage. And so what I've learned is that, oh hey, this character's got like 1,000,001 dashes. Every time she dashes, she gains more movement for the turn. So you literally run around and dash through as many people as possible with the electric, and you just do tons of damage.
Oh, wow. That is cool. I'm totally gonna be using that. That's, like, ridiculous. It's a charge forward, and then you just smash them with a bunch of damage.
Yeah, let's hear, what else was there that was cool in that? Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of content. The first world, I spent literally all day after work playing that game, and I only got done with like the first world. I don't know how many worlds there are total yet.
Okay, so gotta learn the range on that.
I don't have... That's teaching you how to taunt.
I mean, he's a swarthy sort of character.
It's a taunt.
Oh wait, I have a literal taunt button.
Yeah.
I thought you were just joking and being like, oh, he doesn't flourish.
No. Devil May Cry also. Okay, so taunt puts them into a rage. Interesting. I don't know what that does, but...
It seemed like I was able to do a lot more damage to them, because they just fell apart after that.
Could be.
I'll give it a shot, I don't know.
It might be they do more damage to you, you do more damage to them. That might be what it is.
Welcome
But,
to Japan!
Yeah. The...
Yeah.
what else was there?
There was a second level that you haven't seen yet.
I mean, yeah.
They make me
Ton of Lumas that do different abilities.
I knew Johnson's team was
More-
working on some fancy pants new reception area.
It's the theme of the game that seems to have more content.
Jesus.
The jokes are still as terrible as they used to be.
Candy ass.
I think they're a bit better. Like, I think there is still some of that little random.
Out of the building.
And yeah, there's still some of like the underwear jokes and things like that. But I liked some of the stuff they did that was funny in the first game, so in the first level, their world there so far.
Go from full blossom to
But yeah,
berry.
you go to space.
fucking week. Everywhere in DC you hear.
Apparently
"Oh, so
Rosalina's in trouble or something. So
Pathetic.
I haven't seen her yet, but like the Luma was freaking out about
What
her.
do you
Which literally no one's gonna care about because Rosalina is... she has to be like the most nothing character in this whole canon, which is saying something. She just
I mean, yeah.
stands there and has problems. Like, she's somehow more boring Princess Peach, which is amazing.
But not quite as boring as Daisy.
I don't know, I think Daisy has a bit of an attitude to her. If
I mean, that's
Rosalina
fair.
had attitude, like, that would actually be a vast improvement.
You're correct. Daisy has a bit of an attitude.
Oh, that bike
Rosalina
we
has
stole
a
in the
very,
main game
like,
was Jetstream's
motherly-
bike? Oh, that's amazing. We stole Jetstream Sam's motorcycle.
Well, but the yeah, Rosalina's more like a motherly, I guess, in personality.
Yeah, that's her whole shtick.
She's very soft spoken.
So the police just showed up and decided to antagonize this random guy. Because you want to antagonize the guy who has a sword as tall as he is.
This?
You were so fucking shitty that you weren't even killed with the sword. You were killed with the hilt. You couldn't even have a cool death like this guy. Well, fair enough. I guess he wasn't killed with the hilt. I suppose I'll have to issue a retraction from 2 minutes ago. I mean,
Yeah,
you
so
guys...
I'm excited.
Oh, never mind.
I'm excited to see where the game goes. I'm also excited to see who the next characters are. I mean, I know who the characters are because they're kind of on the box.
Oi,
But-
the smell!
Like, well, I mean, if they're on the box, I don't think you care to, like, I can say who they are, right? Or would you rather be?
Well, I would imagine I
Wait,
could probably pull, like, a bunch of names out of my hat, because I can't imagine being on this edgelord character, they're probably not going to introduce a lot of new characters. So it might be
so-
Donkey Kong, it might be Waluigi. I don't really know. Oh, I hit the wrong button.
It's Bowser and Rabbid Rosalina are the other two characters on the cover of the game.
At least Rabbid Rosalina might actually have a chance of being a decent character.
Yeah, Rabbid Rosalina, her weapon is, from what I can tell, is a, no, it's a stuffed animal of a Luma that has like a gun in it or something.
Sure. I don't know how you parry a flamethrower, but apparently the game believes that's possible. I don't remember those guys being so hard to kill. Oh, come on, give me your thing. I deserve it for all the work I put into killing you. So
we'll
big thumbs up from you for the first 4 hours?
Yeah. It was pretty fun. Oh, one thing they changed from the first game, and the first game you had to move, and then I think you got to take your actions after you moved. In this game, you can move in between actions as long as you don't take the like attack action. So like once you take the I'm gonna shoot my gun action,
that's it, Buster. Get back in line.
You have to stop moving, but before that, you can use, so like for example, on Rabbid Peach, you can heal everybody and then like move away from them. You also can take characters out of turn order. Like you can break up everybody's turns. So like I can have everybody run around, dash into everybody all before I take an action. Like all before I use any abilities or attacks. I can just have them run around and dash into people.
Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to stealth around those guys, but whatever.
I don't think this one's a stealth one like the last one.
At least Jetstream Sam seems to be able to hold his own a bit better than Blade Wolf.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think this one's a stealth one. Like I don't think this one's designed around stealth like the last one was.
Also, ow. My ass is literally on fire. Yeah, because I'm definitely going to use the cardboard box of doom. I need to fucking kill that other guy. Because I need Health Buster. To fight off the tripod monster, because he keeps fragging my ass with fire.
So that, I'm enjoying that game because I didn't see where it goes. I like the changes they made to the game. I think they're all good changes. Can't really think of any gameplay changes that I don't like, unless I don't get a fourth ability later on. If I don't get a fourth ability later on, then I will,
I should have healed.
If I don't get if it turns out I don't get a fourth ability later on, then I might, that might be a grievance, but I am still enjoying the game a lot so far. Well, Aspen's getting 20% drunk.
Oh, whatever, I was just, oh. Yeah, never mind, he saw me already. Fuck that guy. Yeah, kick him off the ledge for good measure. Why the fuck am I stuck? What the fuck was that?
I don't know, some weird clipping issue or something.
I could have parried that attack at least.
Let me see here. What are my other topics? I think I had another one.
Well, I mean, we can move on to... Well, I guess I'm playing the game, so I'm probably not going to be too focused on topics, but I did finish that Star Force game, and I kind of want to talk about it a little bit.
Let me see here. I said we have Bayonetta drama, my first takes on Mario Rabbids, Silent Hill announcement, Resident Evil stuff.
Oh, I think you mentioned Street Fighter again, did a thing?
Yeah. There's... Okay, so the Street Fighter beta was, the very... It was like the 7th and 8th that weekend, so like I don't think it was last weekend, I think it was the weekend before last I believe it was the weekend before last weekend. One, it went off without a hitch. Like, people were really happy with it. Lot of stuff blew people away. But what ended up happening this week, and what I was going to talk about, is the beta got cracked. So what that means is someone took the beta version of the game that they were able to download on PC because they got a code and they were able to download the beta version, right?
They got into the full thing?
No, they didn't get into the full thing because the beta doesn't contain the full thing.
Why don't I have a stealth attack?
I don't know, maybe he can't stealth.
Well, fuck it then. Well, apparently eliminate all enemies is the thing, so here we are.
But yeah, so what I mean by cracked is they so the beta was supposed to be you can play it during this weekend and then it's done, right? They are now playing the beta without, even though the beta's over. They cannot play it online because the servers aren't up for the beta anymore. But they can still go into training mode.
That was fucking cool.
They can still go into that was cool. How you bounced off the wall. They can still go into training mode. And I think do a couple other things, but it's mostly just they can go into training mode.
And speaking of Resident Evil 4, I totally just kicked that guy in the face.
Right. But yeah, so they people are going into training mode as the characters that were available in the beta. People are just distributing copies of it online. Capcom has gone after a couple people now because of it.
Well, do you mean like perma-banning them or like suing them?
I think law-wise, they're going after them legally, or like cease and desist kind of thing. I think, or
yeah, fair enough.
I don't exactly know the extent of it, but it's something along the law lines because you took a beta that was supposed to be for X amount of time, and you broke open the code, and now you're essentially distributing illegal copies of it.
Yeah, you don't do that with new games because those are wrapped up in your. They're not called ESLs. I mean, they're called something. Oh, right. EULAs. That's what they're called.
Yeah, but, as I said, what these people are getting when they get this, they're getting the beta characters and basically just training mode. Like, they don't really get much else. But the problem with it is as follows. One, Capcom Cup's gonna happen shortly after the game comes out. These people will have 6 extra months of playtime on characters, so they can learn how to play the characters properly. Albeit, some of their knowledge probably won't transfer over into the main game because the main game will have
You're not playing against anybody?
Well, but no, I mean, in fighting games, training mode,
yeah, training mode, you do have AI, guys.
Well, yeah, you can program the training. You can program the training mode guys to do whatever you want them to do. So you can practice, dodging certain things, but you can also practice combos, and you'll learn what combos do what amount of damage, so you'll know what the optimal combos are at launch. Like, these people will know what the optimal combos are at launch. Now, given it might be slightly different because the beta is a test, so character balances and things like that might happen by release. So we'll have to see that, but it's still, there's some people who are against it. Other people are like, what's it matter? It's essentially free publicity for the game. Like, it shows that everybody loves it.
I swear he did that in the fucking boss fight too. Just like the second he's got oh come on! What the fuck? Are you kidding me? What the fuck is that nonsense? He got 6 attacks in a row because he was able to hit me across the entire fucking battlefield. God, this is fucking bullshit. Holy hell.
But yeah, so some people are arguing, and this is where I feel like you might have something to say, because I'm curious about your thoughts. Some people are arguing that it's free publicity for the game, and so they should be happy or more accepting of it. Because people are putting the combo videos online that they did. Check out this combo I found.
Well, I guess it would depend on what Capcom wants to do with it, because if they actually care about the integrity of their... I think you do have a point in your, the negatives about the tournament play. I think you have a point there, but
yeah,
then the question is, does
Capcom
actually give a shit?
Capcom Cup's a huge thing. Like, people win millions of dollars.
Well, you know, it's big, but do Capcom, like, care about making it a fair competition?
Yes.
Well, fair enough, then.
I was gonna say, Capcom cares a lot about Capcom Cup.
It's got their name on it.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna have to learn this guy's times because this is fucking insane. This is
does
like
look kinda
this
difficult.
is the fucking Gwyn problem. Because like as some people have argued, Gwyn. The problem with Gwyn's boss fight isn't that he's tough, it's just that he has 6 attacks in a row, so he's just constantly hitting you until he hits you into the ground. Because we have to compare everything to Dark Souls, even this. Which is kind of unfair, because, like, a lot about Dark Souls is pretty good for, like, comparison stuff. I cannot get on this guy because he's just jumping everywhere. Which is another problem I'm having. I don't know what it is. I swear, like, I don't know if it's, like, the parry timing or what the hell's going on, but it's like...
No idea.
I don't know, it feels like the parries are shorter, or they're just not as effective as what they used to be. I'm thinking that its parries are shorter.
My thought is there's, like, a specific thing you have to parry to open them up, and that's,
yeah,
like,
which is his jump attack.
Which is, like, the whole fight. Like, that's how you do the whole fight, is you just kind of, like... play really defensive until like a specific moment.
I think I'm gonna have to like tighten up my parries because I swear that the timings are like a bit shorter than what I'm used to, because like parrying in the last 2 modes is like it was crazy. It was like it would keep your parry window open for like, I don't know, like 5 seconds. It was like ridiculously long for, you know. Oh, you didn't even fucking do the flash that time. Fuck you, game. Huh.
I'm curious about the taunt. Maybe that's something with the taunt mechanic?
No, I think this is literally just a parrying thing. This is like, you better learn it or you're done. And also the camera's having a problem.
It's because you're fighting on the stairs and it's trying to camera you to go up the stairs. You need to get off the stairs.
Ugh. No, just bear with me. I'll figure this out eventually.
Sure.
I don't know. Do you have anything? I guess you just kind of told the whole story, and we've definitely done a lot about Street Fighter. I guess I could distract myself by talking about Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing that happened this week, I don't think you can parry the bullets. I think you still take some damage, but I'll have to watch it if they shoot the bullets.
Ugh. The fucking, like, parryable attacks when I'm on my ass is just, like, it's really doing my noodle. He is an extremely mobile dude. And also he just ran in 2 circles
like
around
a
me?
leopard or something. He has like a leopard or a wolf or
What
something.
the fuck is he doing? That was like 4 circles!
Oh, I should have been watching him shot the bullets at you. See if they do
Oh,
damage.
yep, the parry timing was not long enough for that, and, oh, shut up about my instincts, you fucking asshole. You have all this fucking, like, good shit that I don't even have. This isn't a fucking test. If it is a test, you're unfair as bullshit. Come over here. See, that's the fucking thing. It's like, you parry, you should get a reward. It's called a punishment. And you don't get that because he's halfway across the fucking map when you do it. Or like parry him into a wall or something.
Well, as I said, I think it's... sometimes you have to... It's not just one parry equals your reward. Sometimes you have to, like, chain parries.
Yeah, which is exactly like this. He said multiple strikes after he did multiple strikes. Oh, fuck off. God. This is gonna be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the only other news I got is the Final Fantasy 16 trailer dropped. A new one. Game looks fun. I like the premise of the story. It focuses on like the different summons in the Final Fantasy world. So I don't recall if you've ever played any Final Fantasy games. Okay.
Well, I would say unless you count Kingdom Hearts, which you probably shouldn't.
I mean, there's presumably summons in Kingdom Hearts, but just not the same summons.
Well, your summons are like Stitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know for a fact there are summons, there's some Disney characters.
The good thing is that I think Blade Wolf is more of a glass cannon-y character, where you can, if you do get attacks in on him, he doesn't have any health. The problem is getting there is the issue.
Right, because he's just hyper mobile on top of you, off of you, back onto you. But yeah, so the new Final Fantasy game is based around like
Victorian England.
No, different people in this magical kingdom world.
It's always a magical kingdom world because like Final Fantasy. I don't know if it's like a major thing, but it always seems like the modern quote unquote Final Fantasy are like they're in between like typical fantasy and sci-fi.
I feel like it depends on the Final Fantasy game because like Final Fantasy 7, that's 100% true.
Could you lock on to the guy, please? Fuck! Holy shit!
I do believe this arena is absolutely terrible for this because the camera fucking switches around way too goddamn much because of the different angles of the rooms and stuff. For the earlier sections that took place here, it needed to rotate the camera, and it still rotates the camera around, which makes fighting the boss kind of obnoxious. But yeah, so not all the Final Fantasy games are sci-fi though. Like Final Fantasy 1, 4, 9. This one doesn't look all that sci-fi. Like I don't think I saw anything that looks sci-fi.
His timings are just so variable. Like, this would be a cool fight if the numbers were a bit better.
Yeah, I can't directly comment on it without trying it myself. But yeah, so the news story is focused on the story for this game is like people have there's people in this fantasy world, and this one does look way more fantasy than sci-fi. Like I don't think I saw anything, as I said, this being sci-fi, but you there are different people in the world, and they're connected to the different summons. So like Bahamut the dragon or Garuda the wind summon, like there's people who are linked to these creatures, and it looks like your main character has the ability to like Mega Man them or something. So you can either, I don't know, borrow or steal. I don't exactly know what you do, but your character can use the powers of all of them from other people. And yeah, other than that, I don't know much about it. But it looked fun. It looked cool. I'm down to try it.
I mean, I'm down to try the Final Fantasy, just I gotta make time to do these RPG schmozzles.
Right, there's a lot of them. I've only played 7. I own
Oh,
9.
fuck you! You did that attack literally off screen. That last one, at least.
Well, that's because the stupid camera with this room. Like, I do agree that the camera in this room is absolutely horse shit for this fight. But that's one thing I can visually see. If you get too close to the wall, the camera starts to twist and turn in stupid ways.
I really hate these especially when I'm playing a guy who, like, seemingly has a cool moveset. I hate playing defensively all the fucking time. I want to hit some hits in. It's just that playing defensively is not fun. Because getting parries on this guy isn't fun. Because it's not like you get your parry and you get your reward. Sometimes it just fucking just keep going. You have to like do the 4 parry. Or you have to do 3 parries.
Yeah, it rightly depends on a couple elements, right? So
I mean, I've said this about a bunch of boss fights when I've been thinking about them, is like, sometimes the bosses are like right on the edge, where it's like, if they fix some things and did the numbers up, like, fix some timings, I think that you go to have something really good, but it's just the numbers are the problem, because you're either doing too much damage. I probably should use this now.
I personally think the biggest problem with this boss fight is the camera.
It's definitely a major issue, especially after you point it out.
Like, I'm watching it, the camera like wildly warps around when you get close to the walls, especially if you get anywhere near the scaffolding, like the staircase and that.
I can't
right
see
now,
the boss!
Yeah, right now you literally can't rotate the camera to see him. You have to move away from the wall in order for the camera to see him. But you also have to play defensively against this boss.
Which means kind of keeping an eye on him.
Yep.
Oh, God, I hate his fucking timings. He got so many. And like I said, like, he has shorter parry timing, so you need to be more skillful at it.
So what's that parry with the kick? Is that a different kind of parry, or just... Because you, on that...
Oh, fucking God! That's the attack where he stops, and he does a spin around, and it just completely throws off the timing. Oh, I hated that.
All I know is every now and again you do a parry where you like parry him, but you also kick him. And I'm curious if that's a special.
Oh, I did it again, and I hate that attack. That's the fucking one timing I can't fucking get down.
You want me to try to? I can try to figure out that attack, and then I can give like a verbal warning when it happens.
The other thing I don't like is like split second. Like you have to recognize the tell like a second beforehand, because it doesn't really do like split second parries. You have to like set it up beforehand. That means you have to know.
Okay, there is a specific kind of parry that goes into the kick. I think if you hit the parry window just right, I think
this is just doing up my brain too much.
I mean, personally, I don't care one way or another if we finish this. So your call when we're done. You can fight this guy until midnight if you have to.
Well, it
ever
hasn't been
get
that
sick of
long, so it's not like I have a fucking. That's what I'm talking about. You just do not get your fucking rewards for parries. Why did they give this guy 7 attacks? Why? I have to fucking do like 3. Oh, why? He fucking jumped behind me, and I couldn't fucking follow him, and he still got 100. That was fucking camera
that
was behind
one was because of the camera. That one was 100% the camera.
I can't do a fucking follow-up because he doesn't stand still. See? My parry is a kick, and he doesn't fucking sit still for me to get the damage in. Because you kind of have to fucking stand it. Like a parry, you stun him, okay? That's how it works. Because that's the punishment. They get stunned for a little bit while you do attacks. They just don't immediately decide, okay, I'm gonna fucking, jump away while you get your fucking defense going again.
I mean, so it looks to be a specific attack that's the one that's causing you, like... So, from what I can tell with the parry system, if you parry it earlier, like if you hold down the button less, you get the kick follow-up. The kick follow-up misses on certain attacks because as an innate part of the attack, he jumps back. So, like, he hits the attack, then jumps back. Which means those attacks you can't actually follow up on, but then there's attacks where this happens, and then this is where you gotta combo off. And like, yeah, that one thing got to like 20%. So like, I guess just like really defensive until those moments?
Again, another thing that does my noodle in is his attack where he it doesn't flash because the system is he flashes when he attacks to queue you up for your parries. I'm used to him doing the fucking the attack where he. The fact that he stops is what's doing me in because it's throwing me off. He's got the thing where bosses attacks, they look similar to each other, so you have to figure out like the differences. See, that's what I'm used to. I'm used to him doing 2 knives and then immediately jumping into like a really fast attack, and you have to be on that timing. You have to be on that fucking timing. Because you need to, like I said previously, you need to set up your parry. I had a better chance at that one if I had access to that health item that they always give you.
Potentially. So the attack where he pauses, he kind of like wags his tail up in the air a bit. That's like the beginning part of it.
Okay, at least I got it on that one. See, that's the thing. It's like he slows down and then he immediately just does a fucking quick attack that I don't have the time to deal with. I am on 50%. I haven't even hit him yet. I'm dying because the cameraman's drunk. Like, look at this. He's staring at me in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, lots of shit. I don't know what else to say about it. The DLC was bad. This is probably one of the reasons we had to take a guess at this fight here. Especially
I don't remember this. I don't remember this fight being a problem at all. So I don't know what the fuck I was doing before.
I mean, my only thought of it is a gameplay mechanic that we're forgetting about.
I mean, I could try and do like my my charge up thing, but the problem is I don't know if I'd have the time for it.
Oh no, I definitely don't think it's a charge mechanic.
Also,
I'm curious if the taunt changes his attack actions or makes him more susceptible to
I don't even care about this run. Like that run was an abortion.
But yeah, that's my only thought. I have my water in here. I do have my water in here. So I started a diet this week, kind of.
Yeah, I need to get on that myself because I, like, for my project, I was foregoing like exercise to put more time into it, so I just went without like proper exercise timing for like a month. And
Gotcha.
that was probably a mistake because I should have just kept on it.
Yeah, I downloaded a calorie counter, like a thing that keeps track of what I eat, and as well as like sets up a goal for.
Ah, damn it! I thought he was going with knives like that.
For how much, it keeps track of like how much. If I want to lose like a pound a week, it keeps track of how many calories I need to eat a day, like what number I can't go over.
Well, could you target the boss, please?
It's kind of annoying because like today, I think like one of my meals took up most of my calories for the day because I'm not very active,
okay,
like,
I want
active.
it. Give it to me. Give it to me. I need it. No, I'm running. Fuck you, bitch. I need this because I actually have a chance. Wait, what did I do? Did I accidentally taunt? Now he's in fucking Blade Wolf mode. You can say goodbye to that chance. I don't have it anymore. If I had the time, if it was the other attack. No, we're done here. This isn't happening. I think I accidentally taunted him and made him go into rage, which did not help.
Okay, so the taunt doesn't help. Okay.
Literally, like, I have to do setups for my parries. And he's now attacking me, like, in a manner where I can't even, like, get hit. Because his first attack is really so annoying. The good thing is that I can legitimately, like, run away from him. Because his attacks seem to be, like, inherently a bit short range. How did I get stuck in his attack? I thought I was doing a bit better than fucking, like, the mid 60%. At least the water effects are getting their use. Oh, come on! Oh, I thought he did like 4 jumps. You're not... Oh, shut up. I'm actually doing better than, like, usually. Oh, I thought I had the setup. Ugh, god damn it. Oh, I was actually doing kinda good there. Ow. I think I'm starting to piece this together. Oh, like the... I got overconfident, and then I got murdered. He's still doing me up with the circle timing. And the jump timing. Maybe I should start, like, jumping that attack instead. Okay, he's got a bit of an upward progression for that attack. He does have multiple strikes. Damn it, get off the fucking health! I need it. I need it more than you. I don't know, buddy. I'm running really fast. Oh, he's only at 50. Fuck. And we are officially done with that asshole. And his floating chainsaw will be my reward.
Did you kill him? You killed him? I'm away from my desk right now, so I didn't see it.
Because you're forced.
Oh, you didn't see it because I was like... I added cheese to the boss fight and it ended up working out.
How did you cheese the boss fight?
Well, you know the one thing I wasn't doing? I wasn't jumping.
Oh, yeah, you weren't jumping, that's true.
I started adding in stupid jumps to avoid some of his attacks, and it just
And it
worked
worked?
out.
I just kept crawling on the floor and it worked.
All you
Yeah,
need to
I'll
do
watch
is
it
just,
sometimes.
instead of parry the thing, all you need to do is jump over it, apparently.
There we go. That's
So
one
we're
way
done,
to play
we're out.
defensively. That is one way to play defensively, is to jump. It looks like you barely won, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, but hey, there's checkpoints. I should probably just leave.
So, like, joke's on you, the checkpoint was.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ah, poo. Well, I guess I'll chop up that, I swear that was just like a regular dude over there. Yeah, that was
There
just a
is.
regular dude.
He ran off to the right. Or, he's off to the right.
Oh, I ran out of... I also don't have any of that shit. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just chop him up for it. No, I died. I'm fine with that. Because
Yeah, I
it's
went to
two
get water, and then my roommate was watching like some show. He was telling me about it. And I was like listening to you fight in 1 year and hoping you were doing good. I figured the silence would help you concentrate.
Well, honestly, I think... Because I found this out when, you know, I was playing Dark Souls 3 with Andrew, is that when we were having, like, a tough fucking time, a decent thing to do that actually worked out was honestly just talk about something completely differently, like stream of consciousness style.
Gotcha.
Because, like, it just served as, like, a really good distraction. To something that was, like, really goofing us up. So I was gonna start talking about Star Force 2 during that, but then I was, like, trying to think of, like, a strat that might work out a bit better. So I didn't really have the time to think about doing that. You know, the tripod guys aren't complete walkovers because of their...
Alright.
Whatever.
Place your bets. How many times are we gonna die to the tripod guys now?
I want to stealth the tripod guys, but I don't know if that's a thing. Because I try to go over the girder, and then they see me. So I don't know. You have like a jump stealth counter? Do you have a stealth counter at all?
No, because remember, this character didn't have stealth. We tried stealthing a couple things, and it's like it's literally impossible.
Another thing that does my noodle about the fucking flamethrower...
There you go. If you get around them when they do the flamethrower attack, you can get some damage in.
The thing that does my noodle about the fucking flamethrower attack is that it has the parry flash. You can't parry it, which is really pretty unfair, to be honest.
I mean, maybe that light isn't a parry flash so much as it's just an attack warning.
But whatever, we got one of them dealt with, so the other one's probably not going to be that much of a problem.
And they only seem to have 3 attacks. They have dash at you, they have spin around, and they have flamethrower. So it kind of gets really obvious when they're going to flamethrower. Like right now, he's charging up to do the flamethrower thing.
Combining that with jumping, and he's doing his obvious pirouette attack. God damn it. Get back here, you jerk. Come on, give it to me. At least they kept their fucking thing from the base game where these guys they don't have that much health as an enemy. I'm not gonna be getting that health up. I'm gonna have to chop up this guy instead, which I can't do because I ran out of slow motion.
With the refill at the top before you can use it again, or?
Well, now he just jumped away, so now I can't get it either. But whatever, we made it to the button.
At last, our hero reaches the castle.
He does get barrels and boxes. No, there is no stealth option, so I'll have to do this instead. I think that's gonna be the best, like, pseudo stealth option I've got. Turn around, turn around. Perfect, first strike. So, since I'm fighting a gecko and doing pretty well, I did finish Star Force 2 yesterday, as I said, and there were some things I wanted to say about it. Because, you remember what I predicted when I finished the original game, where
not really.
I said that the main character, after developing into the hero that he should be, they weren't gonna do anything more with him, and they're gonna have to work on side characters instead to make that work.
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
So they did do that. It was pretty predictable because it's more Battle Network, where it's just like it rather than like a true. Why are we doing fucking parry? Why did we do that? So it's just like a bunch of arcs. It's just a bunch of chapters instead of like a really cohesive story. It's still a bit better than Battle Network, so it isn't as bad as the first trilogy. I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it. They kind of threw all that alien invasion stuff in the bin. They don't really do anything like that. This time it's more about it's kind of more about a Forerunner sort of story. So you know that the ancient civilization that's actually like super advanced and built all the technology that we're using, sort of story. And the villain's just trying to reawaken that society to gain ultimate power. So the villain's pretty bad, but the villain of the first game was also pretty bad because the main point of the game was more about the character developing away from being a depressing wet blanket. Mm-hmm. And on the flip side of that, since the character is now more of a typical hero, Mega also he loses his edge as an asshole. So that kind of reduces his character, which is a shame because he did have some fucking brilliant lines in the original. There was also that point that the kind of typical, you know, I don't know if it happens in the second act as a trope or the third. Basically, the typical thing where the friends break up and they have to get back together. That happens in your kid movies and probably just movies in general. So Mega actually leaves Geo for a little bit in the original game. In this game, he's kind of more just like the edgiest that he gets is that he's constantly going on like, hey, we should go do that quest because it'll give me the opportunity to punch dickheads in the face, and I want to do that. That's kind of the edgiest that he gets, which is kind of a shame because, like, he was the guy who punched out one of the side characters, like, in the first couple hours of the original, on his own accord. And that was pretty funny. because he forced the main character to just knock a guy out cold. Basically, I can't get up there. I remember someone made a fucking review video and called it the awkward middle child, and that seems like the perfect way to describe it. Because
Is there 3 of these games, or how many of these games?
There are 3 of these games. It is a trilogy. Because around the time of Star Force 3 is when I think Capcom kind of gave up on Mega Man, because that was between It was actually surprisingly between Mega Man 10 and 9. They actually got another game in there before 11 came out. Which I always thought was kind of cool when I figured that out, because I figured that the final game on the Mega Man ladder would just be the final 3 original series games, but no, they did sneak in Star Force 3. The basic thing is, I think that's a fair way to put it. I'm amazed I S-ranked that, but I guess I did no damage it. I would call it an unbalanced mess, because the thing that justifies 2 is that it actually has some good ideas.
Gotcha.
One of the best things it did was around the halfway point is a small chapter where I know they're 12-year-old characters, but the only way to describe this chapter is that the main character and Sonya go on a date.
Okay.
And it's a really good scene, because the big difference between Star Force and Battle Network is the fact that Star Force started out with the main character having no friends because he was being a depressing dingus. The value that added to the story is that rather than Battle Network just giving us a bunch of side characters and being like, okay, they're your friends, go talk with them, what we ended up getting is that we got the same thing, but the friendships actually logically developed, because the main character had to actually become friends with all of them and learn friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So the date with Sonya is a lot stronger for that reason, because Sonya is the character that actually like kind of broke his depression and became his first friend. And during the date, they actually seem to have sort of similar interests, and Sonya does appreciate him, which I thought that... I know you can't really do a relationship with 12-year-old characters, but I think if they did something pseudo like that, it would have been really good. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, like I said, it's an unbalanced mess. So they don't do that because they don't give it the time to breathe. And plus,
see, the camera in this boss fight's working pretty good too.
Well, I mean, the guy's like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, but it's trying to zoom in on his head over and over and over again when it needs to not look at his head so that you can see where the foot's coming.
Well, the foot's a lot faster than the first time I fought this guy. Like, this is just something I'm gonna... It's just gonna be something I have to learn, but it's not gonna take that long.
No, I don't think this boss is gonna be as hard. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the camera's also acting
Why
kind of garbage
is he
in this.
doing that? He's running headfirst into a wall. This guy's foot has tons of health. Look at that health bar. It's ridiculous. Aw, did the little beastie get tired?
Well, I was gonna say, it's probably just like the boss at the beginning of the game. You get into this mode and you do this shit, and then it does a bunch of damage to it when it's done.
Because this is literally just the first fight. Because, like I said, the whole plot about Metal Gear Ray is that it can be mass-produced very quickly.
Oh, do you have a healing item? Or there's
No, don't need to answer that anymore. I'm dead. Also, my body just flew away. So yeah, that was one of the great things about Star Force 2. The problem with the game is that the second half is all about all the main characters getting kidnapped, and we have to have a chapter for all 3 of them to just get rescued. Which those levels aren't even like good. They're just badly paced. There's not a lot of content to them. Honestly, just really annoying, especially the one where we have to rescue the fat kid. It is pretty bad. And also, likewise, it's just a throwaway chapter, so nothing gets developed, nothing gets learned. There's no development. I think you did mention it when we were talking about the original. That they did introduce a new character, Solo, as a villain, just a straight villain.
On the wiki. Yeah, I was on the wiki.
The problem is that he's not Chowd, so he's not a straight replacement for that character. What he is the way I describe him is that he's basically Star Force's Silver from Pokemon, because I think that's his name. He's the antagonist from Gen 2. He's your rival from Gen 2.
That's Silver.
So he... Why the hell did he do 4 face attacks? Fuck you, dude. That was way too many attacks. And he's still doing them! At least I can cut his whole leg off this time. Yeah, I'll cut his turret off, the thing that wasn't doing anything in the fight whatsoever.
Alright, tell him to work the other leg now.
And he's doing some sort of rocket attack? Oh, no, no, no! Oh, fuck. Is there any healing items? Do I have a healing item? What? No, I have 0. Stop doing face attacks. Having a hard time kicking up your leg. I'm definitely not going to survive this, but damn it, I'm going to try.
I don't know. You might find a healing item, or it might give you a healing item at some point.
If I could find the item box, I could probably get it. Yeah, just keep doing that dumb attack. That'll definitely help me out. Okay, I might grab this. I don't know how much I have to do beyond this, because the body's just gonna be left. Or it's just gonna go into QTE shit for the rest.
If I had to guess, it's gonna go into QTE shit.
Do I have to, like, parry an attack? Do I have to wait for his head bonk?
You might just have to wait for all those explosions to happen.
I gotta repair you. Oh, it actually, yeah, it kicked me up to 60. Well, he's doing his head attacks, and every time he does that.
Yeah, so whack his head.
Ah, shit. Yeah, just do the giant boss thing. Okay, we got this. Thank you for that 60%, because I probably would have died without it.
You would have, because you were at 10%.
Okay, so, God, Jetstream Sam is cool. But he's not a dog person. So, Solo isn't really a rival, he's more just straight antagonist. He's very aggressive, he's very much a complete dick. Constantly calls the protagonist infuriating. Inferior. Another major downgrade to the sequel is that, I know it doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things, but we do not get to name our protagonist. Which, considering that we got that ability in the first game, I don't know why the fuck they took it away. But it's just kind of one of those small things that really got up my nerves, because I wanted to keep my character name instead of sticking with Geostellar, which is... I wish he had a better name. Another interesting thing the game did was that partially through the game, Geo, they do a couple of development things with him. In the early game, he has to deal with this thing where, because of his antics, basically he's becoming famous, and he doesn't want to be famous, so he kind of has to deal with the problems of trying not to be noticed while still trying to save people. And another thing is that he goes through a point in the game where he has self-doubt. So I don't know if it's a Spider-Man specific thing, but he has a pretty big Spider-Man moment where he doesn't think that he can save the people that he cares about, and he temporarily gives up on being a hero because of that. So that was kind of interesting because it did give him some development. It made him a bit of a more interesting hero. So
you have a healing item.
Yeah, I did pick up some healing items. Pretty sure this is the one. Yeah. Thanks for reminding me because I was about to get my ass fragged off, literally. Damn you, lack of friendly fire, because that bird totally fragged that guy. And it's totally unfair that I did not get points for him being fragged by his own dudes. And also that bird totally kicked him.
I do like the hop off the wall thing, that's pretty cool.
Well, I'll just chop up his leg and his arm. I don't think he's gonna be all that useful without his body parts. Another bad thing about the game is that rather than Battle Network where they have like 6, or not 6, more like 4 main villains throughout the game, like you get an evil team usually that goes around fucking things up. In this game it's very cut down because the one guy on the team, Hyde, basically just hands out power to random ding-dongs and they become your bosses, which is just not as fun because since they're throwaway one-chapter characters, there's no development. And, you know, we don't get to know them, and plus, since this is a quote-unquote... basically, it's like the Battle Network games, where it's a Saturday cartoon adapted into a video game. So the characters are very obvious, they're very unsubtle, and they only have, like, one character trait, like... One of the bosses is a businessman who's trying to run this hotel out of business, and he's all like, money, 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 and I want to destroy this guy. So, also he has like shark teeth too, so he's just very boring. And then beyond that, they have Hollow, the main villainess. It's a female character, and Solo, who isn't a part of the team but is working with them to the same ends for his own thing. Because as per Capcom, Solo's thing is that he rejects all friendship, and he believes that by himself he's so powerful that he doesn't need others. So his wave change form is called Rogue, and he's called Solo, so pretty hammer, hit you over the head sort of thing.
Right. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what his character's about.
The problem with the villain is that what they did was that she was basically a silhouette for like 80% of the game, and what they decided to do is that they did give her a reason for why she wanted to take over the Earth, but they basically dumped the entire backstory, like, right before the battle with her, rather than doing the more obvious thing that would have made a better story, is sprinkle it in throughout the game, instead of just having her be a shadow for most of it. Oh yeah, you remember this stealth section?
Yeah, but we don't have stealth on this character.
Oh yeah, we don't have fucking stealth.
So just go pick something and beat it up. Try to get health out of it right away, or try to... I guess stealth is maybe in the way that you can just walk past it all.
That's kind of when you have badly designed stealth game. But hey, if it works, it works. Now I just need to figure out how to get to the point. Do I walk around this building? Do I go under the building?
Jump onto the roof of the building.
Okay, here we go. So that's why I call Star Force 2 an unbalanced mess, is because it has good ideas and it has pretty bad ideas. Why am I fighting 3 Blade Wolves?
Because you're at this point in the game, you automatically have to fight 2 Blade Wolves and a sword guy.
Yeah, I'll take the sword guy, I kind of need it. I'm amazed I got a health item out of that. I'm hoping these guys aren't boss Blade Wolves, because
they're not. They have similar attacks, but they're definitely not gonna be HP wise and stuff. Like, see, you already knocked that one on its back. They're nowhere near as aggressive.
I'm amazed I got an overhead hit with that, because I thought it was always like the charge.
I mean, it probably charges to different levels to do different things.
God damn it. I thought I had to parry up. He stopped me in my fucking tracks with that. Okay, it's not exact. Oh, perfect. I can chop off his front legs. That'll fucking do it.
You can get some help.
So 1 attempt versus 25, 35.
I don't know. We were on it for like 40 minutes, I think. It was 8 something. I remember looking at the clock and it was 8 something.
What the fuck am I looking at
right now?
Oh, I'm looking at the void. Help!
It's like Camera's freaking out because that's the name of this DLC. Is Camera's freaking the fuck out.
I wonder where this DLC is gonna go. Are we gonna fight Sundowner? Because I don't think that this one has a unique boss like the first one. Maybe we'll fight Armstrong in like a cut down version of his boss fight.
Maybe.
The problem is I didn't really have a lot to say about Star Force 2. It's just kind of generally a big downgrade. They decided to rebalance the combat, which is usually pretty bad in Capcom turns, where you don't get access to the really heavy-hitting cards early on. The card trading is really bad in the game for some fucking reason. Like, I did not understand why the fucking card trader was giving me such shitty cards. But then I kind of realized that there's just not really, like, really good cards in that game. And your powered-up form that you get as per usual is also not that good. They did kind of have an interesting thing with the Ancient Civilization, because the Ancient Civilization was all about war, and they loved it so much that they decided to, like, transform themselves into EM guys to give themselves more power and turn themselves into living weapons. Oh god, a fucking gorilla man. My worst nemesis.
An enemy that has a jump-based dodge attack.
And also really slow attack, so I can't time it up properly, because I'm an idiot. How the fuck did you get caught in that, you fucking idiot?
I don't know, but get some help out of it.
Run away. You can't stop me. I'm so much faster than Raiden. You can't stop me, I jump. I have double jumping. Except I did not do it correctly. Oh, I wanted to fucking cut his arm off. That's not fair. How dare you have attacks that I have to account for timings on? Are they just summoning... Is the elevator summoning more dudes?
Yeah, it's summoning the chump guys, though, not the monkey.
Damn it, chop off his fucking limbs! I have the fucking
You're
power!
getting greedy right now is what's happening.
I want the kill! And I totally
got
got
it. Luckily you got it. But you were doing the, I really want to kill this guy, so I'm gonna ignore fighting smart and just try to kill him over and over and over again.
Oh, totally! When the guy has fucking 2 blue limbs.
It was going about as well as you could think it would go.
It goes about as well as...
Yeah, the guy with the
jumping
big sword
attack.
is dangerous.
Wazoo!
They're nowhere near you.
Come on, stop being so bad. Ah, I hit the wrong button. Apparently he's still open to it, though, which is kind of surprising. I'm kind of hoping that...
They're both dead, and you get some HP, so there's that.
I'm kind of hoping that Star Force 3 is going to have a big, oh, great, another Gorilla Man, and he's immediately going to his unblockable attack, and I ran right into it.
These two seem to wiggle out of them really well now.
Well, it just seems like Jetstream Sand has a lot more agility.
That sword guy punishes you really hard if you keep just swinging wildly in his direction.
Well...
What's the other thing?
I think that it heals your... He's also the character that I can legitimately get into parry wars with.
Yeah.
He's doing that fucking kick that destroyed me as Blade Wolf. Yeah, he's a true samurai cyborg, man. So how's Final Fantasy XIV treating you?
This place is huge.
Let's see here. Today I did the reason why I was cutting it close to our start time was because I was doing the Halloween quest for the Halloween event here. It's like a mad scientist coat, but I'm gonna try to repurpose the coat to make some neat armors with.
Does it have fashion souls or not really?
Yeah, it's got. So like, there's a system called Blammers, which lets you overwrite your armor with any armor in the game, so you can make it look like any armor in the game.
It's a good system. I remember when World of Warcraft did that.
Yeah. So yeah, we have.
I need to move, game.
We have that.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna chop you up.
There's literally armors in the game that are designed with the sole purpose of that. So like, for example, this event armor has terrible stats and is level 1 gear. Its whole point is
Just
for you to
look
use it as
cool.
glamour. Yeah, it's for you to use it as glamour.
That was always the thing that confused me about World of Warcraft when I stopped playing it, was that I never understood why the Ethereals were never a playable race, because they were like the most interesting looking dudes.
I don't remember which that race is.
It's kind of the ones that have like spectral tornadoes for heads.
I don't remember that.
They're the ones that kind of ran the system that you're talking about, where you like convert, where you put on your... Because you basically paste the look over like regular armor sort of thing. And like the merchant who did that was an ethereal.
Gotcha. Man, maybe I just didn't play enough WoW by that point, because that stuff kind of happened, I'm pretty sure, after I quit WoW.
Stop doing
And like,
that.
I came back for a little bit, but I never really did the glamour stuff.
Could you get out of the fucking camera, Gorilla Man? You're kind of making it hard for me to do this. And also my incompetence is making... Seriously, the gorilla is just standing there in the camera. It's not
He
helping.
was letting you have a fair fight. He was letting you have a fair fight.
Well, then go stand over stage right, fuckface. I don't need you having your ass directly sitting on the camera and fucking everything up. I have a hard enough time with Jumpy McJumpman over here. Maybe I should repurpose my cheese from earlier.
Definitely could help.
Get out of the way, you fucking, like, jabroni. No one needs you. Fine, I'll kick your ass. Why not? I can kick your ass literally at any time. It doesn't fucking matter. Apparently, I also got the Cyber Samurai somehow.
Wait, so the Cyber Samurai? The first wave doesn't have a Cyber Samurai. It has 2 chump guys and the gorilla. Yeah. The first wave has the 2 chump guys and the gorilla. The second wave has a samurai guy, a chump guy, and then the third wave has...
Well, that is
gorilla
hard. I'm
and-
not going to be able to do all that much. Oh, he's probably done by this point. Like, he doesn't have any... Also, I lost my health up.
Whatever.
And somehow, I think he might have gotten blown up by that grenade, because I don't know... I don't think I did any damage to him before that happened.
Yeah, you might have get caught in some of your other
Where do
attacks.
they all come from, eh?
You know, they come from the local office. Oh, you are right. Also, that happened. That just did 20%. This guy is such a... Oh my god, that guy is so hardcore.
Yeah, but once again, the gorilla's seeming to let you guys just have an honorable fight. You're just losing
Oh,
it to a
fuck
severe
you,
degree.
dude. Seriously? Fucking did... He did the defensive thing that was doing a Blade Wolf, just waiting. Fuck that guy.
Another one? This place is huge.
Okay, so apparently his fucking jump attack... Oh yeah, you are right. Those are 2 chumps.
Yeah, chump guys. Yeah, I think the grenades can hurt them.
I think I actually accidentally
because-
did a dodge roll.
Because you can whack the grenades away from you. and they throw the grenades at you. So my guess is those grenades hit them because you can whack them back. Yes, because there you whack the grenade back.
Well, let's see if I can do any better against Cyber Samurai, man.
I mean, now you have the other chunk dude still around that you can just kind of keep him around.
Yeah, if I can get the Cyber
While you
Samurai
fight.
up here.
Oh, he's right there.
No, at least I'm at another chump boy.
Yeah, I mean, the second wave is one chump boy, one samurai, and third wave is the hard one.
How about you have no arm? You know, fuck your limbs. You've been killing me way too many times anyway.
No, it's the third one that keeps killing you.
You don't deserve body parts.
The second one of him.
Oh wait, that's the chumpet.
Yeah, you probably
Get
want
outta
to
here,
save him
Chumpet.
because now... Well, you
Yeah,
might want to
you're
save
right.
him because he's a heal in a way. Okay, looks like you have to kill one of them before the next enemy's summon at the very least.
Well, whatever. Get out of here.
Just be
Fine.
careful not to kill them both.
Boom. Okay, Chumpet, get your friend
Hopefully
up.
that causes...
Yep, there
Yeah,
he is.
okay. And maybe it keeps the... No,
Oh,
the gorilla's here.
Nope. Hey, it's a gorilla, man. Now I can see what you were talking about. God, I do not have all that much time to get out of that. Oh my god, I need to get that fucking healed guy over here. Also, I think I might be fucked. Because I wasted my fucking slow-mo on the guy I couldn't parry out of it when I
Yeah, you
needed to use it
panicked.
on the other guy.
You panicked and hit it when you
I-
weren't close enough to the guy.
I thought I might have been close enough. Well, I'm just gonna run over here. Oh, for the love of fucking Christ! Are you kidding me?
I also feel like your lock-on's not helping you sometimes. 'Cause you're
Well,
locked
it's
on
also
to the wrong
locked onto the
person.
wrong guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're locked onto the wrong guy, so change your lock-on.
Eh. Maybe I just want to hurt myself even more.
It looks like it. You're in one of those positions where the camera's not helping you.
Well, I am in a corner.
That's what I said.
I do love how impossible it is to get out of that.
You got out of it.
Well, I do sometimes. I mean, at least I get like some light damage in from. He fucking instantly went to another attack.
Also, that grab, the last time you got grabbed, didn't do that much damage.
Oh, well, there goes my heal, but I kind of needed it, so.
I mean, the next guy spawns with a heal, so you have that for you.
Well, I can get a heal out of this guy, so it kind of makes up for it. Parry timings are not helping me. Get out of my way, fuckface.
Where do they all come from, eh?
At least I summoned the other. Oh, they also summoned the other guy too. Fuck.
Yep.
Well,
Summons, they all come together. You never get just one.
well, goody me.
Interestingly enough, the grabs don't do as much damage as other attacks. But that kick does way more damage than the grabs.
Oh fuck. Oh, he was stunned too. Oh, now I'm dead because of the unblockable, the unparryable attack. Got me from off the fucking screen.
I mean, that's because once again, the camera in this
No one?
DLC is absolutely atrocious and is like the main cause of most of the difficulty.
Yeah, now summon the guy so that I can go over here. Oh, because of the invisible wall, I can't actually avoid it without parrying it, even because it has infinite fucking range for the whole battlefield. But it's just really ticking me off.
The jump attack's not that hard to parry, I don't think. I've seen
Well,
you
it's
parry
not hard, but
before.
fuck, why does it have infinite range for the whole room? Oh my god, I actually got a fucking stun to happen. How about that? Oh, come on, he can parry my fucking heavy attack, too? I thought that's the whole reason about enemy parrying, is you can break through it with your fucking heavy attack.
And you can break through blocks with heavy attack, not parries. In fact, heavy attacks are presumably easier to parry because they're heavy attacks. Anyway, you can cut off his arms now if you want.
I really need to get into that. No,
Well,
he's
now
got
you're
me
in
stuck in a fucking corner.
Yep, because the camera's really fucky. You got in a situation
And also
where the
I
camera,
died. Thanks.
As I said, you got into an area where the camera got super fucky, and then he just wombo comboed you from there.
This isn't even, like, interesting combat.
I don't think fighting in that corner is helping you. I think fighting in the center of the room is your best bet.
This place is
Because the
huge.
Yeah, we get it. Now bring on the girl. Stop doing the fucking delay and just bring the enemies out. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, definitely easy to parry that. Because the camera will stay on the fucking ground. Just to be super extra super helpful. Ugh, fuck you, dude. I need to get some fucking hits in. Fuck this stupid samurai guy. I'm so sick of his fucking bullshit. And his fucking parry, the parry contest with him. Get rid of that fucking arm of yours. I'm pissed off now, you idiots. I'm so fucking tired of dealing with this shit. I'm tired of dealing with this asshole who's got the only thing he's got left is kicks, and now he's just lightly kicking me and actually doing good damage. Like his kicks do good damage, and they look ridiculous.
Where do they all come from, eh?
Ah, I fucking was gonna release that in another goddamn second. I was doing good damage against the samurai. Stop it! Get out of my fucking face! Give me heals. I need it for the samurai. I wanted to go into a heavy attack for the parry. Fuck this. God. Good. Fuck. God damn. Holy hell. There better not be a fourth wave, or I'm gonna be like super peeved off.
Fourth wave would have spawned it already. They all spawn when you have one guy left of the wave you're currently on.
That's fair. That's my reward for my perseverance.
I'm impressed, Sam.
Who is this?
But not surprised. You're one of the most
Is
qualified...
that Johnson guy that it was the other guy was talking about?
I'm not here for
What?
a job.
Well, Armstrong at the beginning was talking about someone named Johnson.
Armstrong. I already have a
I was
job.
gonna say, this should
Destroying
be
men
Armstrong
like
because it
you.
says Senator.
Bastards who keep the status quo. Send others to
I guess I
down.
need to listen to it
Go
more.
from your cushy corner office.
I mean, I'm not listening to
Well,
it. I'm just
good
reading the fact
sound.
that it says senator.
You and
where
I
the
have more in
who's
common
calling you
than
is.
think. Come on up to the roof.
Yeah, that's Armstrong. I remember his
What are you talking about?
memes talk.
Hurry. Don't want to keep the new boss.
I wish I could remember the line specifically because they were completely insane.
They were some insane ass lines.
Why am I still getting cardboard boxes? This game that has no stealth in it will now have stealth mechanics. Oh, come on, who spotted me?
The guy at the end
Oh,
of the
you
hallway, if
did.
you turn around and fight.
just the get-go. I thought it'd be just some guy. Oh, you're already done in? I thought you would have put up a bit more of a fight than that.
I think he's just there to be a heel. Because like the room
Sure.
you're going into is a big circular room, and
Oh,
there
yeah, I
doesn't
remember
seem to
that.
be much. There doesn't seem to be much off of it. So like my guess is this is gonna be we're at the finale.
I guess that would explain why it took 3 hours to do, even though it looks like it really shouldn't. There is no stealth, so I didn't even bother.
I mean, it's one less guy to fight because that's a sword guy. He's got the big sword on his back.
That is a cyber samurai.
So if you just run past him to get to the next room, and by run I mean walk, because this room's circular and yeah, you literally just need to get to this door. So.
Denied. Enter.
Oh, really?
Looks like I'll need to slice up some security until they drop one.
Alright, so now it is fight stuff.
Well, I guess I'll give it a good shot first. Fight a bunch of guys. Fight 3 gorillas.
2.
What was I supposed to do then? I mean, what do you want me to do? What? Okay, that was bullshit.
Well, I think that attack was just really cinematic. Like, when you get knocked in the air, I don't think there is anything you can do. I think they just made it look flashy.
That is something that does annoy me in video games, where it's like, oh, we'll give the cinematic finisher to the enemy, and you can't do anything about it. It's
It
like,
wasn't
why don't
a
you just hit me
finisher.
with all the damage all at once then? It doesn't
Because-
change anything other than it looks cooler, and I don't want to look cooler when my ass is getting handed to me. I mean, at least I got room to work with finally.
Yeah.
Oh, and did I remember to tell you that jump attack has infinite range? Because it does. Can I lock onto the guy? Yeah, I'll take your health through a pillar. Why the fuck not? I'll break I'll break the laws of physics. Good. I need to actually break down your numbers, so any one of you idiots being more dead is a fantastic thing for me. Said Mr. Captain Obvious.
I mean, the other guys in the room currently aren't even bothering to be in this fight. It's just you versus this gorilla right now. Like, I can see the enemy dots on the map, and they're nowhere near you.
Well, hopefully this guy will drop the card. Why is this guy, like, not more broken? I have done, like, 4 rounds of really good hits. I deserve more points for being actually good. Like, the 20% of the time that I'm actually good at this.
Now, my guess is you have to kill all of them, and that's how you get the door open. Because he said that I have to get their attention.
Shit.
It's not that I need not that he's actually gonna look for the security code. He's just gonna murder people until he gets the attention. That they go, okay, we'll open the door for you. Come face me.
Okay, they're separate. I'm gonna go for it. Oh wait, that's a jabroni. I don't need to care about him.
Yeah, the guys up here, I'm pretty sure are just jabronis right now.
No, there is one cyber samurai. That
Okay,
guy's
well-
probably gonna follow me, so I'm gonna have him follow me to the other fight. Because I would want the heal.
No, I'll say to you. Okay, now he's back on you. He's back on you. The alert starts to go down if he loses sight of you.
Where is the Cyber Samurai? I thought it was around here.
To your left.
Hell, I've got a gun.
Just kill the guy behind you and see what happens.
You know, for actually getting a hit on me, I'm gonna give you the. Oh, it's the card I need.
Security code? Don't mind if I do.
I really thought there was a Cyber Samurai here. Where the fuck did he go?
I mean, maybe you killed him down below and you just don't remember it, or because like maybe he just got caught up in attacks from the gorilla, like when you're fighting the gorillas, and managed to land a killing attack on him.
So I'm pretty sure you've already noticed, but a great way of why this DLC was made so on the cheap is that they took the levels from the main game and just made them backwards.
I mean, this one we're moving forward in.
Oh yeah, this one that is true.
Look
This
on
one
the
is
other
forwards.
side for more healing. Damn it! I was hoping more healing.
Oh, no,
grab that.
we have to fight this guy.
Well, you can use the rocket launcher that you just picked up.
Yeah, might as well. How do I use this?
Remember that there's a quick way to use it.
Oh, there we go. And then the helicopter tackled me. I think I got it.
You did.
How do I reach it for an attack?
You can't because of where you shot it.
Thanks, game.
That's you, not the game. You shot it there. Because now you got it. Alright,
I want to
time
fight Armstrong.
it looks like.
Wee. I want to die 17 times. Because we're going to have to fight this guy's stone form.
What's your game, Armstrong?
But no, I'm almost positive we can't fight his stone form because he has to recover from it.
Like I said,
And I'm pretty sure there was no recovering when he went into that form. Like there's no going back to normal.
So you remember that final boss? Do it again. We have no other ideas. He's going to be made entirely out of helichoppers. Which would be really stupid, but I kind of want to see how they animate that. Oh, speaking of animation, that was another problem with the Star Force 2. Is that, like, anytime it did, like, any sort of cool, like, action moment, they would just black screen it. They would black screen the action, and then they would just cut to you on your ass. So, like,
Gotcha.
all the cool cutscene shit that should have happened, they didn't even bother to draw. And it happens, like, so many times, it's almost a running joke.
Okay.
I don't know why blowing up all those helichoppers gave you metal stance, but
I mean, I
sure.
assume he absorbed technology from them. I think that's what he did last time. So that's an attack you have to immediately dodge instead of just running at the boss.
Okay.
So this is probably already a wash.
Yeah. I mean, I could blow some healing items, but I kind of don't want to.
Well, I was gonna say that first attack literally took off 50% of your health, so you might as well not.
Why does he have so many unblockables?
Well, so the attack that hit you right off the bat actually wasn't even him. The
Yeah,
fight starts.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll do this.
The fight starts with him with two helicopters from the cutscene crashing down, and those helicopters caused the crash that you suffered from.
I mean, at least his attacks literally haven't changed because they're just recycling at this point. Which looks kind of ridiculous when we're not in, like, a volcano, or, like, a pseudo-volcano, whatever the fuck we were doing in the ending of the last game. Okay, so that's his flame charge. He turns into a Pokemon. No, this doesn't seem all that bad. It's just I'm terrible at it. What the fuck just happened? I got, like, sucked into an attack.
I mean, I think he did a grab and the camera fucked up. Well, those didn't look like the most parryable punches in the world.
What's it? Oh, he's doing an AoE explosion, like your classic bullshit Dark Souls bosses that always have a.
I mean,
always
Dark
do
Souls
that.
doesn't put an AoE marker on the ground.
Well, they don't,
Like,
but they always have that fucking like 360 AoE thing,
yeah, they get the fuck off of it.
which is
To
know
reset
not
back.
fun.
It resets things back to neutral.
I mean, I know there's a point to it, but it's usually really annoying. Because it's a bullshit attack. It's like, there's no effort to it. You don't have to, like... You don't have to, like, the enemy does its own calculations. And, like, you know, strategy. I thought we were further along because I thought that 8 was a 6. I need to figure out how to get out of his unblockables.
Jump, run, combination of the two.
And then he just goes into it again. Get out of the corner. You're way more powerful in the corner.
Well, here's a way to get him out of the corner, by the way.
Walk to
Don't
the other
fight him in the corner. Don't fight him in the corner. Let him come to you.
Oh. AoE.
The AoE get off of him. Hey, you got out of it then.
I have
Watch him with the wall of
1%.
fire, though.
Yeah, I remember that from the first time, too. Oh, come on. He just threw me. Behind you. That was a bad idea, being behind him. I probably am at this point. Like, this guy is doing way too much damage to me.
Oh, now you're dead. Oh, he dodged it. You can
Yeah,
curve the firewalls. That's neat.
gone. Gonna have to get in that
Okay,
mindset.
So, don't bum rush him at the start of the fight. Just get the fuck out of the way.
That did not happen.
It's a big X. Well, actually, I think it did. I think he got hit by one of his attacks. Because last time it hit you, it did 50%. Now, given maybe you only got hit by one of the planes, and last time you got hit with both planes.
How's it calling me a little shit? Okay, so I do get to keep what I had before.
And you can pick the other ones up that are on the battlefield that you had to pick up last time.
Oh, fuck off. What the? God, are you serious? I thought I got him that time. I am going down, and I deserve it. I really gotta make advantage of Jetstream's ground speed because it's ridiculous. Woo, I can go really, really, really fast. Your attack can't even get me over here. But your other attack can. I do not have a strategy for that.
I think the strategy might be back up. I don't know. I've never seen him. I've never seen the attack connect at a distance right now. So, but I don't know if it can because the problem is you always get hit with it like right next to him.
Also this. Yeah, that that was an unwinnable situation. Unless I can, like, get around him somehow. During his fireball punch.
I wish I could remember the quick button for that. It does an X shape. So if you get far enough to the left or to the right, or if you get far enough back, you're good. So those are your options. Immediately run to one of the corners.
Oh yeah, well you can't chase me. So we clearly can. Ugh, fuck. Like, that's my one chance to, like, get an actual punish in. And he usually just goes immediately into that.
I think the times to get damage in is things like this. Because, like...
Yeah, but I need to get out of the X's.
Yeah, but if you get behind him, you can hit him and be out of it. Because it doesn't spread behind him.
Well, this doesn't.
I mean, neither did the other one. The other one didn't go behind him either.
I still need to solve that fireball punch. Because it seems like it's a solvable thing.
It's also not a punch, he shoulder checks you.
Because he's Mr. Football Man.
Is it the same attack? It might be the same attack. It might be if you're close to him, it turns, if you're far away, it turns into the dash. If you're close to him, it turns into the... I wouldn't have used that. None of his attacks do 40%.
Ow. It produced one fire and I got hit by it.
Well, it's because it trails, but if it hits the edge of the map...
Yeah, I just don't got anything for that one attack. Because he usually does it when I'm right next to him.
Well, so my thought process on that attack again is that it's the same attack. It's just because if you look on that fire charge, he doesn't immediately start on fire when he like starts moving. So my guess is if he hits you before he's on fire, it's the grab.
Yeah, I just
If
don't.
not,
I don't
it's
get
the
it.
dash. My guess is jump at the last second.
Maybe that does sound like an idea. I don't know. I think I'm doing well enough. Oh wow, he just instant comboed into it.
Instant.
What the hell?
Didn't you dodge it? It looked like you dodged it.
Yeah, but then he died.
Well, yeah, then the grab hits you.
I dodged
So
the
that-
fireball,
so
but
that answers the question about the grab, though. I think there he grabbed you out of range, so maybe it's not the same attack. Anyway, at this rate, I don't know if we're gonna be. Oh, we still might. It's 10:15 right now.
oh, who
so
gives
like,
a shit? I mean, I made up that number. It was
Oh,
just
yeah,
based
I know.
on. It was just based on me from the future past.
Right, but I'm just trying to figure out because I have to get up tomorrow because I'm helping a friend move.
Oh.
So like I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to look at how long the trial's gonna take. How long the trial's gonna take on top of when we get this done. So if this goes too long, I don't know if we'll have enough time for the trial. And like we might just have to find something to do for like an hour. I don't know.
Well, we'll probably figure out something. Well, we'll have to figure out something if we're gonna continue.
Yeah, no, yeah, I got that. I'm gonna look at my my Steam stuff right now and come up with a contingency.
Oh, God damn it. Well, yeah, of course you're gonna knock me out when you have 4 attacks. All with different parry timings. And also, you're just gonna go from grab to grab again. Okay, that was his flame. I don't know, his flame fist is like X cracks look the same.
Might be.
I do not understand the grab. Wait,
Yeah,
maybe,
I'm trying to figure out the grab.
okay, I think the X cracks have they have like the earth breaking apart effect.
No, I figured it out. His arm, he swings his arm up when he's charging. If it's the X cracks, and he swings his arm, he raises his arm. He raises his arm differently. I'm pretty sure.
those dodges for
punch down. He's about to punch down while he charges the fire. If it's the pillars of fire coming out of the ground, he starts to charge it while he's punching up. If he's gonna do the punch into the ground crack one. Yeah, so this is gonna be the fire out of the ground.
I mean, at least at least that allowed me to dodge his fucking fireball punch, which doesn't really matter at this point. Because he just did like fucking 50% or something. No, I ran directly into it.
Yeah, remember that you don't have to run far away during that attack.
Hey, Armstrong.
You just have to run into a safe spot. Oh, they kind of trail you, so it's not a perfect X, but my strategy of get to the corner still seems to work.
Ow. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't think they ever trailed. I thought they just went into, like, direct patterns.
No, they trail a bit.
Also, that was a double dealer. I don't know, I thought I would have been able to iframe out of the second one.
I don't know if this game has iframes. I guess it probably has iframes during recovery. Maybe.
I tried to parry his grab, even though I knew that was impossible. Oh, I thought that was his. I thought that was his fucking his fiery thing. You know, his like.
I mean, they're both
his
fiery,
down.
but yeah.
Well, no, his like.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. The cracks from the ground. I knew what you meant.
Oh no, I should have dodged that. That was easy, and I fucked it up. Okay, that's his exploding punch. And that's his uppercut. Oh, that was his fucking exploding punch too. It trailed me at literally the last second before I got hit by that.
That you wanted to, because they're going out like that, they're gonna circle in towards you, so you'd want to actually run towards where they started.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so the dash can go into the air.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot more
If you
useful.
jump too early, he can curve it up into the air to follow you.
Well, yeah, he's always been doing that.
Yeah, but curve it up. I don't remember seeing him curve it up.
No, move! Do moves. just bad. That was bad. No, that was way too small of a square. I thought I could have gotten away with that. How did that make you mad? All I did was hit you with my heavy attack. I need to be a lot closer. Fucking his tracking. Nope, that was a dumb idea. Not gonna man this fast, and it barely can because his attacks are faster. I need to run and grab those fucking healing things. I swear I didn't use all of them. Or maybe I did, I just haven't noticed. Because I'm done. Like, I can't get out of that. Could I freaking just hit the button, please? I don't understand how that keeps happening. I think this attempt's going pretty good. I didn't heal yet, and we're at nearly 70. And of course, his attack has priority, as it's pretty obvious. No, this one's gonna have to be a lot better. Never mind. I should have healed, not attacked. What? Doubled around just to hit me. Oh my god, like 3 attacks. He got me with 3 attacks. No, I clipped the fire. That was fire clipping. I'm gonna go grab that stuff. Wait, where is he going? Oh, is he doing that Zandatsu thing from the first time? Or is, he just like healing? No, he's doing the Zandatsu thing. He's throwing flaming helicopters at me. I think I'm getting them all. Where did they drop? God, can you believe that smug face on that guy? Bye! Ha ha ha! I got healing items up the butt. I think this is a foregone conclusion at this point.
I'll just say some of the famous words of "Don't count your chickens before they're hatched" and "Don't get cocky."
I probably should sprint while trying to do that because that's what I wanted to do, and I still got grabbed by it. This really doesn't deserve the great soundtrack game. I think you have better things you could use it on. I really should have gone in there to punish that because this is the most punishable attack I got to work with. This fucking punch had priority over my fucking charge heavy attack. Who the fuck cares about society in this? No, he's doing his AoE bullshit. Wait, what? Oh, he's doing it Zandatsu again?
Maybe.
No, I think he's going into rage mode. Oh, come on! Well, if you're gonna just keep doing constant unblockables, yeah, I don't... This isn't a foregone conclusion yet. Because I didn't expect this. And I'm having a real hard time with the timings. Oh, God damn it. I have the stuff! Just give me the stuff. Ah, God damn it. I could have gotten that one, I didn't. Yeah, I need to punish those fucking X-cracks. Oh my god, that was the first grab I actually got away with. Okay, now I'm gonna get kicked, but that's totally worth it. Okay, that was not blockable. Oh, damn. That tore my ass apart. Oh, this is gonna be a race to the bottom. Oh, god damn it. Whoa, that almost did a whole circuit. If I can get in another fucking one of this, I might actually get it.
You got it. It looks like it.
What the hell is going on there? I don't think that was too bad. We're only 5 minutes late.
I thought be done by 10 was the goal.
Oh. No, I said about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
I thought that, you know, if we were doing, like, really well, we might be able to under it, but that did not happen.
What the hell are you?
We could use a man like you, Sam. Organized.
And that's the backstory of Jetstream Sam. He walked up a building, fought this guy, and got a job.
Maybe I misjudged you.
Then how about it? Will you lend us a hand?
A hand, eh? How about I take yours?
Why don't you do that Zendatsu shit? You were able to cut through him before. Whoa. Well, yeah, you just got stabbed by an iron spike.
Not bad, son. But, like Monsoon said, losing a limb or two won't stop us.
Well, in Monsoon's case, he lost, like, his entire body.
Job's yours. Welcome aboard.
This doesn't seem like a healthy organization when the employment process is, hey, can you kill me, your boss? I don't know, it's leaning a bit into it. What do you think? Because, I don't know, maybe we should just, cut it out now instead of waiting for the credits, because I don't think there's gonna be anything after the credits.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So, want to go to the Wheel of Whimsy?
Yeah, you can roll the Wheel of Whimsy quick while we're at it.
Well, I'll see you guys on the stream in a few minutes. We're gonna have to cut it in the middle, but yeah, that was all of Metal Gear Rising. I wanted to do the DLC because we were able to get the game done in like 2 shots, so I figured, why not just kill the whole thing? And then I realized why the DLC again was really, really bad. So yeah, probably nothing to complain about. They're now free if you want an additional 3 hours with your Platinum Gamesing. So you don't really lose anything. I just wish the combat was decent. So yeah, I'll see you over on the other stream in a few minutes. Just keep on and we'll